Kidding, I like him. He's great.
So, Bryn, what do you feel about your in-laws?
They are the sweetest, most southern.
We really are live, by the way. So just
I know.
They're
just
awesome.
FYI.
I think that's why he led with that question.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
We're here.
To our
We're
totally
back.
on
We're
time.
Yep, yep.
alive.
Remember how we are?
Do we have
We're
anyone even
Pacific
monitoring
time.
today?
That's
right.
right.
At all times.
2 hours.
That's
yeah,
right.
Difference.
We're just mixing up. We're
My-
not
my
sure what
daughter's at
time zone
FSY.
we're in. We
shit.
haven't quite
Yeah.
figured it out yet.
Time,
No.
Time
Like-
loop.
We haven't Googled it yet.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? That's the
It's
there you
5 o'clock somewhere.
go. 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I mean, we
So-
technically talk about West Coast
None
time,
of us
right?
drink.
I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just
8:19,
20 minutes
Yeah,
late.
we're 20 minutes late.
Yeah, we're great.
Apologies about that.
Okay. Hey, welcome. We're here. We're live.
We're
and
here, we're
back,
live.
and we are about to begin the next chapter. I guess next session of our third chapter.
Next verse of our third chapter.
Verse of our third chapter.
'Kay.
That's more appropriate. That's
It
very
is,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Especially for idiots, right?
Especially for idiots.
Okay.
Yes, there will be a lot of verses coming your way.
But
But
we got rid of Foulclaw.
I think we're just getting him back. in
you are going
spades.
into the heart.
Yeah, the belly of the beast.
Yeah. So last time that we met, you guys, quick overview. You guys made it to Trinity. You passed through the commons. There were some scrambles. You destroyed half of the city, didn't pay for it, and you left the commons.
That's what insurance is for.
That's which they do not have. In the
Yeah.
commons.
We did crash at one of TBD's fans'
The commons,
house.
the
I-
most impoverished area in the nation.
I think I do remember
Oh.
throwing a lot of gold coins out, though. So FYI,
To which-
maybe it's it.
To
Did-
all
did
of the
it- yes.
baby bunnies.
Yes, and I'm sure those went to the correct authorities.
Oh no, yeah. To
the
to-
city planners and the
You know what?
construction workers who will.
I'm
mend the
not
buildings.
worried about government efficiency. I'm really just more worried about like
Oh.
getting the money out. I mean, it's kind of how it goes. Like, oh, we'll just collect the taxes if but you don't pay attention to where it goes.
I see.
And how much does Eros pay in taxes?
Arrows pays plenty in taxes. If you're thinking
Sure.
about our one shot, yeah,
Central.
yeah. Kill does not pay his taxes apparently.
Sweet.
If
So
you know, you know. Go
I
watch
mean,
that one. It's a lot of fun.
It is
you
fun.
made it through the commons. You passed into New Old, the first city, second city in the region of Trinity, on your way to ITYS, and you found the secret hideout of the Lashings, where Lashara is located. You had to go through the beauty salon called 40 Lashes to get there. And you all got
We figured out the secret code.
You figured out the secret code, and you all got a makeover as
Mhm.
part of the process. And you are now currently underground. You've been sent down an elevator underground. You have reached the shop or secret hideout of Lashara, and she is there with other members of the Lashings. That's where you are. Did I forget anything? I think we're good.
No. I mean, yeah.
I think before, so like we said, you reached this lower level underground somewhere. The doors open, and you see Lashara, her full shop, trinkets, potions, like all kinds of stuff everywhere. Is where they do a lot of work. There's like 3 other Lashings in the room.
I need to know, are they as well dressed and groomed as we are?
No, they are not actually.
So it's
You
not a rite of
guys-
passage.
You guys, at least not quite as done up as you are. Okay, so it doesn't appear. Which I would prefer before you walk into this room and begin interacting with anybody. I would love for each of you to give a description of the other and what they look like
Of the
after their makeover. So just to your left, you would just describe what Eros looks like.
Well,
You'll describe what TBD
I-
is
Eros
like.
didn't show up, so
Well,
he
no.
He went through the quick car wash version.
I did,
of-
I did, but
yeah.
I'm also I went to the bar and I drank a lot of stuff, so I think I look amazing.
right. So he thinks he's
I
really.
have true sight on right now, so
He thinks he's pretty fly for a
For-
tiefling guy.
you could you almost went there, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. But actually, he basically looks like he does now. He's wearing a graphic T-shirt and cargo pants. Well, he's actually wearing jeans.
I don't.
But,
Yeah, I don't.
and he's wearing sandals with socks.
Ooh.
But all of this is like clean and new, and that's what's like really
Clean
top
and new.
notch for him.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
usually he just sleeps in a fire, so it's like smoky and ashen smell.
Right. Yeah.
But-
And Nade thought that was very like last world kind of look.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's bringing you up to speed.
But the
He did cover up your tattoos
Last
as
world.
well.
Oh,
with
so yeah,
this-
that's right. That's
the-
right. It's
Yep.
I do remember that. It's like black on matte black now.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black on
Wow.
matte
So
black.
that's now canon.
Your tattoos now look like those vinyl letters people used to have all over their wall and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It
just
says
Yeah.
live, laugh, love.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I love this.
If you look
Thank you.
closely, yeah, that's what it
We
is.
should have
Uh,
just done them silver instead of gold.
So I get to say what he looks like now, or do
You'll
I have to-
go.
I
Yeah,
look
we'll
like.
go
See,
around
this
the room.
just isn't fair, like at all. There's no revenge.
Except
okay.
it's Bryn who's going to be describing Nordle, so
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you'll
no,
be
okay.
pretty satisfied.
I'm okay
I
with
will
this.
be
Uh,
great simply. at doing
TBD
that.
actually very much looks like the Beast when he gets done up
With
with like all the curls in his beard.
That's good. That's good.
So he looks like kind of Mozart on acid. Just
Yeah.
lots of stuff going on. I won't go too into it. Very burly, very manly. But the Mozart jacket, it's like got that blue with the gold buttons, and it is split here at the top, and you just have like a tuft of hair
Yes.
sticking out the
Which
top.
is also with a bow on it.
Yeah, yeah. He does have like an
Bow
ascot
on your
on.
chest hair.
Pigtails.
Gross. It's braided.
Ah,
Yeah.
stop.
Yep.
Yes.
It's impressive.
Those were the gentle hands of Glaba. I think
Yeah,
that-
Glaba.
Yeah.
Glaba.
Yes.
Glaba did a great job.
Fantastic.
But your hat is just, I don't know. Have you guys seen like those hats where you can put fur on them, right? Where it's just,
Are you talking about a
Maybe.
pimp hat?
no, not a pimp hat. Flava Flav would wear like hats that
You're
are
talking
fuzzy.
about a pimp hat?
So they put fuzzy. They cast a spell on it so it looks like it's
Are there two fuzzy dice hanging from it too?
no. It's got all the same features of it. It's just fluffy.
Okay.
Fluffy.
Yeah, fluffy
Nice.
hat.
Good. Okay, you look great.
I
Love
Dig
that.
it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit uncomfortable in a shirt, but
It's okay. I just got a graphic tee on and socks and
see.
sandals apparently. So.
yeah. TBD
it's
looks over
clean.
at Basil
Clean.
and
A clean person.
remind me again what
You sleep
treatment
in
you got.
ashes.
It burns everything up.
I did. I mean, I did the works, didn't I?
Mhm.
I did like everything.
You all
I got that
basically-
package, and then I have
There's a lot of
tattoo.
waxing.
But none of you have seen my tattoo.
Oh
It's
yeah,
underneath
it
the
was
fur.
a secret tattoo.
It's a secret tattoo.
Yes.
And I can't. And Nade knows a secret about me that no
Oh.
one else knows, which I'll tell you
Yeah, Nade will remember
Is it-
later.
Is it a Nade secret? It's officially a
Um,
Nade secret.
I feel like you might know, maybe,
The
because
so the way I'm
we
Because you're
grew up
related?
together.
the way I'm imagining you look, a lot like when a poodle comes out of getting a perm
Groomed.
and groomed, and it's like perfectly circular shaped around the head, perfectly circular shaped around the chest area, perfectly shaped around the hips, perfectly shaped around the tail.
And it's like the snip.
You're just like this snowman kind of
Yes.
piled up on the top of each other.
Yeah.
But it's so soft, so shiny,
And if someone bumps into me, it, like puts a dent in it.
and so cute. Just so cute. To the point where anybody that looks at you will have to roll at disadvantage because they're totally
Oh,
distracted by
Yeah.
Yes.
the adorableness.
Woo!
Absolutely.
That's nice.
That's great. I like
Absolutely.
this. This
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah,
But-
Nade did like you were clearly his favorite. Your coat, he
That's
was
true.
totally in
Dude,
love with. So
yeah.
this makes sense. Yep.
All
I
right.
don't blame him one bit. Nordle.
Nordle.
Okay,
there.
so you're smooth all around the edges, obviously, and you literally just like your head looks like you're all waxed and everything.
Very shiny.
Yes, and they've got
Shiny and new.
shiny and new. Yep, and your coloring is a little bit off because they shaved down. So I don't know. I'm
A lot
probably
of the dead
make
skin.
you I
affects
probably
the
make you like a
hue.
you're a more darker green probably.
Okay.
And then what are you wearing? What does your character wear?
I usually wear
wanna
kind of
get
like monk-like robes.
Okay.
So now he's kind of like just loinclothing it.
I may as well, if you got it, flaunt it, and
You got it.
I've got
flaunt
it. But I don't know.
Cool.
You can decide,
If he's got it. Just
or if I should
And
flaunt
he
it.
he accentuated so like on your belly, you know how turtles have like the
Mhm.
the lines. they've accentuated that and kind of shaped them so it looks like you have a six pack, but you really don't.
It's an optical illusion.
It's an optical illusion. They kind of shaped it like that. And then
We've carved your shell into a
the-
6-pack.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like one of the the carpenter tools or
Use a plane
know?
on me.
yeah, a planer. It's great.
Amazing.
And then yeah, your robes are like all tied up nice with bows.
Oh, I got bows too.
You got some bows.
Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it.
Hmm.
That's not day at all.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, there's a mix of very cute and very elegant
Sophistication.
sophistication
And plain.
And drunk.
well,
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
he doesn't. Like he doesn't
Clean-
look drunk.
he's
That
a
was my.
clean
That was
drunk.
my point. Was that he doesn't actually
A
look drunk.
fresh
that is
smelling.
one thing that we need to establish before we move on. Is
Yeah.
what state are you currently in after the amount of alcohol you
I'm
consumed?
blasted. Yeah.
I'm blasted.
So I mean, I think I read to you guys what I drank last time, but I can reiterate. 1 second, I'll pull it up. It was. I jumped into the forbidden fruits.
The Applebee's.
Yeah,
of
the
New Old.
Applebee's of New Old of Correas actually.
Correct.
And I rolled. It was 5 dice, right? I rolled 5 times.
Was
Yes.
it really 5?
Yes,
It was 5. And I hit the twice. I got the lustful sangria rosé, I believe, and then the envious Pinot Red. So I had both of those, and the I believe the gluttonous hard apple cider.
And you'll be blind in
And
8 hours,
I will
right?
be. I'll be blind in 8 hours. I basically have a spike to all of my stats, but yeah, I have true sight right now. So that's why I was looking
Oh.
around at myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I look amazing. And then I looked at you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, it happened to you too. It's amazing, guys. Look at us. But then he gave me socks and sandals. So
Oh.
But see, your true
That's
sight
nice.
lets you know that you still have value.
that's
despite
true.
that.
Thank you.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's very sweet.
Oh, the
Okay.
psychology of it all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're like you're coherent. You're
Yeah, I'm
mentally
coherent, but
alert.
like I mean, there is a lot going on right now. So it's the spiked with the ladies' love, and then I also am spiked with patch. So I have a lot of advantage, but I'm
loaded.
on ecstasy, I believe, is what it is, and then yeah,
Okay.
that's probably the biggest one.
Okay, cool. You were on purple filth before this, but I think
Yeah,
you flushed it out of
I
your
flushed it out of my
with
system
all
with-
these liquids. Okay.
And you're no longer susceptible to every suggestion, I would imagine.
No. I
You
think
drank your way out of
I
that.
drank my way out of it.
Dang it. Okay. Cool. So when the doors open and you see everybody in the room, one of the Lashings looks over at you. Not all of them seem to really care that somebody's down here. You know, it's just this is secret place, been secret forever. If somebody's down here, they should be down here.
They should be down here.
One guy glances over at you though, and he kind of makes this like kind of confused. Looks you up and down. He can tell you got the works. And he's kind of like,
I know, right?
It's like-
Look at this.
hmm.
No,
We look
they got a
amazing,
hold of you.
And then he goes back to like he
Shiny.
goes back to his tinkering over in the corner, but he's just a little bit confused.
Nothing but the Nade touch.
Yep. In the middle of the room is a big desk. On the other side is Lashara, and she's has a bunch of scrolls, books on the table. She's digging through, reading. She seems pretty absorbed by the material that she is looking at.
Do we still have all our stuff from Battle of the Bands, like the book of Chronomancy?
You do.
Okay.
You do.
I'm gonna.
You have
the
those.
dream catcher.
I think Falclaw may still have the Dream Weaver. I don't know if he ever gave that to anybody.
I gave it to Falclaw, so if he still has it, he has
Yeah,
it.
he probably flew off with it.
He might have flown off.
Oh, that's great. That helps us.
So,
All right.
okay, you know,
Maybe I have
it's
it.
just a trinket.
I gotta look at my notes. I might have it, but
I
We
know
can-
I
we
gave
can
you
find
the
out so
card, but I don't know if
yeah.
that was.
Originally, when we played that episode, it was given to Falclaw. So unless he gave it to someone else,
Yeah.
it's with Falclaw.
I don't remember him giving it to anybody
Okay.
else. So, but you could potentially get it from him. He's in ITYS. You're going there.
He's studying.
I'm gonna pull out all my scrolls, all my TBD scrolls from my
Okay.
adventures in the Swollen Wastes,
Okay.
I'm going to ask Eros for the Book of Chronomancy, please. And
I
I'm
don't know
gonna-
what you're talking about, man.
I know you have it. And I'm going to present them to Lashara and say, here are our findings. We have found some incredible stuff. You're going to like this.
Yeah, and we're looking for that, that will stuff. Like,
The will.
I'm hoping. Who do we need to talk to? What was the guy's name?
Harold.
Harold.
Yeah,
Yeah, Harold.
Harold is his name.
Harold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Harold here?
Is Harold here?
We
So-
need to
By
get
chance?
we need to get this will
I
notarized.
just really need to get this figured out.
So you slam these scrolls on the table, and you ask for Harold. And Lashara looks up, and she sees all of you in your current state.
Yeah.
And she looks at you, and she's like, "What the hell happened to you?"
Isn't this what we do to get down here? I thought this was...
You
Listen to what my head can do.
She like rolls her eyes a
Do
little bit.
not dent my fur.
She's like, "You let Nade give you the works. You really didn't need to. You just had to give him the code word and tell him that you wanted the special treatment."
Do you
But why
know,
would we have done that when we could have done this?
Do you know how long it took me to figure that out?
Mhm.
Do you have any idea
Nade.
how many treatments I had to get?
You are rattling her confidence in you guys as members of the secret society.
Nade signed my
Is that what you
T-shirt.
say?
Look at that. That's awesome. A graphic tee.
Yeah, he did. He left like his name
Yeah.
imprinted on you. Yeah.
It's smiley face.
She's like,
Winky face on the back.
okay. She's.
I don't know
looks
what
at-
you're talking about. We look amazing.
She looks at
You
the.
do.
She looks
do.
at the scrolls that you've placed on the
Don't.
table.
Okay, we need to talk to Harold before you can actually open those
I
up.
want to hear what she has to say.
But I want to.
She looks at them and she hears your comment about Harold, and she says, "I'm sure that these are incredibly valuable, and I want to hear what you discovered on your journey. But unfortunately, they're going to have to wait because we don't have much time."
All right, we're listening.
So, okay, hold on. I might have to just read this because I'm going to give you a lot of information.
All right.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exposition
Lore
dump. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Are we allowed
Um,
to ask questions?
Oh yeah, this is a great opportunity. You can ask questions.
I didn't
there's
get
a-
it. Can or can't?
He brought a bin. Our DM is diving into a bin. That's ominous.
Ooh,
Book?
please. Book of ITYS.
That thing is dusty.
Lashara is going to give
Oh.
you a lot of information.
It's Foul Claw's mom.
Oh,
Oh,
You're
all
co-
right.
that's
You're
That's-
covering Bryn up
Oh,
just slightly.
that's
Oh.
all right.
Oops.
There's
I
no
honestly-
room.
It
Yeah,
just
do
got,
it- do it
Wait, a
fully.
little bit
It
more,
just got
a little
way
bit
There
more.
you go. There you go. There you
That-
go.
While
okay,
I eat
we're
my
on the edge.
snacks.
We're on the edge of the table. Are you okay with open flames in here?
Yeah,
that
of
okay?
course.
All right,
Um,
let's light the
Let's check
candle here.
the smoke detector.
Can we dim the lights somehow
Wow.
a little bit while this is happening? We are
Yeah.
underground.
Are
by
you
the way.
actually
Yeah, we
serious?
can.
That is actually a
Oh,
candle.
the flame's not very
Alright.
big, is it? I should just hold this up there.
I'll go
behind
dim
there.
the lights. Give me a second.
You don't have control right here.
Oh yeah, I thought Steve had light control
One time I did.
one time.
No, really though, I can
Uh,
hide.
I think this iPad's dead.
Don't hide.
I like to.
We need to see your perfect white coat and fluffy hair.
She's right there.
Ooh, we're getting there.
It's
Okay,
helped. It's helped.
So
Sunshiny
oh my,
day.
Oh my! Oh my!
That definitely makes visually this episode more distinct than what
Yeah.
we've had in the
Ooh, I
other.
like this. This will work. Yeah, we're in the dark. Okay, yeah, we're underground. It's secret.
Secrets.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Is it safe? So Lashara tells you we do not have much time. Lashara appears relatively frightened, and Steve, you can also guide me a little bit. I kind of forget how you portrayed Lashara. If there's something that I forget,
She's a gnome.
don't do. She's a gnome.
Yeah, she's a gnome. She's usually very confident, and she is older, right? She's running into the later years that
Old
gnomes live.
gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Can we define how old?
200 years.
Yeah, I think she's
And
a couple.
can we
something like that.
manipulate that? Because I need to for my campaign. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just cast distort value.
Perfect.
Okay.
Happy
Great.
birthday.
Yes, she's an old gnome. She's relatively confident
Yeah.
usually, but she appears to be
Yeah,
a
that's
little
an-
shook.
That's unusual.
Yeah, her eyes and stuff, you can kind of see that there's some fear. Okay, so she tells you, just something big is coming. I can sense it. The church has been suspicious for a long time,
Of something big?
but they've been acting different lately. And I think our Lashings, our informants, who you've heard by now, have disappeared.
Yeah, that's us.
I think, yes, she recognizes this rabble.
Who look pretty fleek.
Oh my gosh, on fleek. And so the Lashings that have disappeared, I believe that they were on to something.
Did Manny go missing again?
No, Manny's actually here.
Hey,
Manny's in the corner.
Manny!
Manny, Manny
You
turns.
made it, buddy.
Yeah,
I learned how to talk.
the candle goes out for 2 seconds. Manny's like, "Hey," and then it cuts back to
He's just like
Lashara.
cowering in the corner from trauma.
He's still got like
He-
a broken, like a bandaged arm. And,
Yeah, like he's still a little broken. He's like he's no longer a field agent. He's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, because he
'Cause he
almost
was a-
died.
yeah,
stuck
he was
behind a desk.
yeah, he's like in the shop permanently.
Yeah.
now
Yeah, he was
If it weren't for
infected with the purple stuff.
Yeah.
remember?
yeah, if it weren't for Jenkins,
Jenkins barely saved him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like really, it was
Yeah.
one die roll away from death. I think.
was
Yep.
amazing.
So he's still a little shook up, but he's there actually. So Lashara is going to tell you, the Lashings that went missing, they were specifically assigned to monitor the church, and they had infiltrated
So spies.
spies. That's what we do.
Spies. Continue.
You wired?
No, I'm not. It's weird when I have a T-shirt on. I don't usually have T-shirts on. It's just kind of weird.
I know. It
They
is
had
weird.
they had infiltrated.
I'm feeling a lot of breezes right now. That's all I gotta say.
a lot of things, a lot of talk.
They infiltrated the Church of ITYS, and they've been concealed for years there. It's extremely difficult to get our members inside that organization.
Are
Very
you sure
few
they're
have
just
been
not
able.
converted? Do you think they may have just converted, like Joseph back in the day?
You know your church
I
history
do know my
well.
church history
You-
extremely well.
That's nice.
She, her eyes kind of widen a little bit when you mention Joseph, and she's like, "Don't spread that.
It's just
Don't
it's,
say that out loud.
it's
don't,
in the-
don't share
it's
that
in
publicly."
the history. Like what that Joseph like converted, because he came from the Lashings originally, right? Like Lashara, you should know like pretty firsthand. I think you're the one that sent him.
You were
right?
there.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, you
I'm
were
gonna
there.
come back to this. I'm gonna come back to this.
Okay, I'll stop asking questions.
Okay,
Lord Dump.
Lord Dump.
I'm gonna start calling that in my classes when I have a history lesson. I think I'll just call it a lore dump.
Lore dump,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you
They'll
a
pay
lore
lot
dump
more
about World War
attention.
II.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kids are gonna love that one.
lore dump.
So there's this guy named Hitler.
He's the Lord of Dump.
This is so
That is
hard,
true.
you guys.
He,
He really
lived
is.
in the
So-
fatherland.
We don't know what is coming, but we did receive some intel from these Lashings before they disappeared. And I'm extremely worried. The last we corresponded, the last thing that I received from these Lashings were that the church is gathering forces, militarization. It's preparing for something. And historically speaking, when the church has gathered forces or soldiers, this has not been good for the city of New Old and not good for Creus.
Not good for the
necessarily.
commons specifically.
Not good for a lot of areas. We don't know what they're planning or when something's supposed to strike, but that was the last information we received. Prior to their disappearance, one of our Lashings, whose name is Nereza. Nereza.
He's part of the Woot Tang King. Sorry.
Nereza.
Woot Tang Clan?
Woot Tin Clan.
Yeah, the Woot Tin Clan.
That's good.
Okay.
She was one of our high
The hoot.
informants. She was involved in the
Tin
church's administration. She knew a lot about the church's movements, a lot about their actions. And the last thing that she wrote to me was that she had discovered something critical, and we needed to meet in person to discuss. She didn't want to risk the information that she had discovered leaking out. So
Okay.
she was on her way to meet me, and that's when she disappeared.
Where were you supposed to meet her?
Yeah.
She was going to come to Lashara.
Here. She was going to come here.
No. We're in New Old, Lashara, the place.
Oh, Lashara,
Yep,
the
she was
city.
going to come to me in Lashara. That's where I was at the time.
Gotcha.
Is it Lashara,
Lashara
and Lashara?
In Lashara, viewers, there's a place and a person named Lashara.
We did that to make things easy.
Exactly. Just name everything the same thing.
One name to
nice.
remember.
Super easy.
Simplicity.
She was supposed to catch a ship one evening from the main port area to travel down to Lashara because that is the fastest and most concealed route.
Go around the
She never arrived
continent.
to the ship. She never made it to the port.
So she didn't depart from.
She never left
Gotcha.
never left Trinity. She just
Yeah,
or,
was it-
or she did
was
get
it New
lost
Old?
at sea. Like,
She never left New Old.
Okay.
She never left.
all right,
She didn't make the ship. We learned about this the following morning that she had not made her expected departure. And I thought it wise to utilize one of our other Lashings who was in the church, who had worked closely with Nereza, to go and investigate. When he did so, he made his way.
What's his name?
His name is Thalen.
Thalen.
He made his way to the port. And near the port area, before any official investigation could begin, he found a blue sash, which is worn by
We've
The-
seen those sashes.
the higher church leadership and clerics.
Mhm.
It was not Nereza's. She would not have worn this particular sash
Wait,
with
is
her position.
is Nereza in the Church of ITYS?
she's a spy.
She
She's
was a spy
They're all
in the
spies.
church.
Got it. Okay.
She was involved.
But she wouldn't have
was
converted all the way over to the blue sash wearing, like
And what was the
high
name of the blue
heeling
sash girl we saw?
That was
Nereza.
Nico.
Oh,
Nico.
Earlier, that was Nico.
Nico? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Thalen went to investigate. The only thing that he found was this sash. Later on, after he got a chance to investigate more and an official investigation began with the city of New Old, the only other evidence that was discovered was traces of soul magic. Soul magic, you may or may not know, is
It's purple.
Is
specifically
it purple?
used by the clerics and the high-ranking leaders of the church.
It's purple.
The church will tell you that they use it primarily for good. That it's the source of their sorcery. That's their healing, their sorcery.
So they're doing good things with it.
Well, supposedly, but the soul magic can be used for evil, and it's kept within the church. Like no one outside of the church really knows
Knows how to use it
how
properly.
to use soul
Oh,
magic.
okay.
Yep.
All right.
So
So the
it's
best thing to do is just convert and find out, right?
essentially, yeah,
Okay.
that speeds things along. Yes. So
Yeah. I mean,
what we need you to
do you need us to just do that? Because I was already on my way there, and then I got sidetracked back to here.
Yes. So what I need you to do is investigate the church. I need you to figure out what's going on, what they're preparing for, and see if you can't figure out what's going on with these disappearances. I will say, as you may or may not know, New Old Trinity in general has a history of disappearances. People have disappeared regularly and never been found. This appears to resemble those disappearances, but
From way back
but
when.
it feels different.
Yeah, that's the thing is I remember the first couple Inquisitions, and let's face it, we're kind of better off without them, right?
I agree.
Right.
Don't tell her that.
The first Inquisitions.
Yeah, the Inquisitions, like the disappearances. I just thought that's what we call them in Pearl. Is just the Inquisitions. It's like, hey,
Was that
Hey.
after the Children's Crusade?
Dang
it was definitely after the Children's Crusade. It is canon. It has been written and has been said.
Didn't happen.
Lashara,
Conspiracy theory TBD over there. Pulls out some tin foil to put on top of his
If
hat.
you remember in my character description, he is a subscriber to the Conspiracies
Big
Theorist
time.
magazine.
What?
Big time. He loves
Oh,
the
that's
conspiracy
right.
theories.
big time.
All those skinwalkers in the swollen waist. That was the big reason why he went there to go.
Yeah, Lashara kind of, you can see like her anger kind of starts, she's fuming a little bit just at the mention of some of like the atrocities and history of the church. Like she's not a fan of this
Okay.
organization.
Okay. Can you just kind of point us in the right direction? We'll help.
Okay.
I'm just like this whole thing. I'm just trying to figure out because like what it sounds like is they're just doing good things and you don't like it. But I'll go find out what's happening.
How much are we talking?
That doesn't matter. We'll do it.
We are the beneficiaries of
I
her
want gems.
will.
You got gems? I'll trade
That doesn't matter.
my
We'll do
efforts
it.
for gems.
I don't think you know this, Lashara, but
She's got a city.
Nereza
Got the
and
whole
I,
city.
we
Pillage.
I want
kinda have-
emeralds.
What?
a thing.
Excuse me?
What?
Wait,
Yes, it's true.
I don't know if you know Nereza.
I thought I did.
Is
I
it
didn't know that she was a spy.
or he? Isn't Narissa a he?
It's a she.
Oh damn it!
Yeah, Thalen is a he. He also went missing. He disappeared in ITYS. They're both gone. Two of them been gone. I'm worried that
They could be together.
I'm worried that whatever is going
What?
on.
What?
I'm just saying.
How do
like,
you claim to know Nereza? Is this because
Biblically?
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
He met her at the wishing well.
Idiously.
She fetched him a pail of water.
Lashara, she seriously doubts that you actually know Nereza.
Okay, so
if
it's-
you do, it was not in
Hey,
that way.
Lashara, is Narissa just is out of his league? I'm pretty sure that's kind of what this is.
That
right?
would definitely be possible.
Yeah, like he just
We
he
just
can't
call her
even,
No Risen.
he can't even count
No,
So-
actually, that's the one thing I can do really well.
to 6 maybe.
I don't wear shoes. That's
Like,
4 more.
That's true. Okay.
4.
Yeah, yeah. So 10?
Actually,
You're still on
3.
base 10?
You're missing a toe.
I think you get the gist of what Lashara needs you guys to do.
Yeah.
Is go and basically investigate the church.
Again, payment.
Yeah, yeah. Like going back to
you'll
the,
get paid. Of course, you'll get paid. You always get paid. What,
want
What do
emeralds.
you want?
did we really get
I
paid
need
last time? Because I
emeralds.
remember we got paid in like willness. Like you're supposed
And
to
it was
Harold.
never notarized.
Yeah, yeah. We need Harold to like notarize this thing. I got it. He filled it out in triplicate when we were up in Synod.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like you're just trying to avoid the question.
You want to be a part of my will? Is that the payment that you want, or is that
That's
what
not
we
what I
agreed
want.
to previously?
She wants emeralds.
I want 3
just-
emeralds. I want them to be.
Is this what we agreed
Large.
to previously?
Yeah, it was all
and round.
all of Lashara actually is I think what we decided on, right? I'm just it's been
I don't
like,
remember any of this.
It's been like
Emeralds.
6 days, so I may be a little fuzzy.
I'll fight whoever you need me to fight. I will knock out any race, any creature, anything.
It's this
Y-
just
You
big,
extinguish any race?
I said knock out.
puffy, cute thing
There's a
telling
huge
her
difference.
all the violence she's gonna.
How much
Don't
did
touch my fur.
Lashara? How much did she give you for your mission to
I don't
Levitus?
know, like,
what
what-
did you guys get?
yeah,
from
what
that?
did we get from
I
that?
feel like it was like 600 gold each or something.
No, it was 200 gold.
no,
each.
yeah,
200 gold
She
each.
didn't pay us that much.
Oh, okay.
That's
We
what I
were
said.
early. But I do remember the discussion of the will actually
Uh-huh.
very vividly.
Yeah, Lashara doesn't remember it very vividly though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Harold's not here either.
All right.
He's out on other errands.
So
We'll see where Aloyts is lying and find out what's going on in this place.
Whatever
the rabbit wants some emeralds. Is there any laying around?
we will pay you in gold, but enough gold to get
To buy emeralds?
the emeralds that you need.
Where's the closest place to buy emeralds here?
Probably at the market in the
The
town
market?
square.
Yeah. We're in New Old. I mean, we can buy anything here.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Including children.
I just
Thank
want
you
to
for
know
your
why
time.
you
We'll
think
see you
that
later.
Nereza, has she changed drastically? Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to tell me?
She's gone.
When's the last time you saw her?
He just,
It's been a time.
he's suffering from dream magic. So I'm
How
just
how many years are we talking, Nordal?
I'm calculating.
Use your
Uh-huh,
fingers.
Yep. Use your fingers.
It's got to be a dozen years.
Base
You
12.
haven't
Page
seen
12.
Wow.
I mean, we kind of fell out of communication, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have a
she-
special place in my heart.
Did she stop writing you, or was
Did
it
you
vice versa?
attend? You attended a school in ITYS at some? You went to some classes. One of the
Yeah.
schools there.
hmm
Is this when you supposedly met her?
Yeah, I believe that was it. I think she saw me
That's 12
throwing
12
a
years ago?
ball really, really well with the sports team, and that impressed her.
Okay. That's great.
So let it be
That's
written.
wonderful.
So let
She's
it
gone
so.
and she's missing.
I
and-
know.
And
I'm just wondering.
If she mentioned
when
him
I read
by
your
chance.
diary,
was-
it did not say that.
Yeah.
I have no mention of you.
You said you didn't read it.
Total.
Of course, I read it. I'm your sister.
Okay, there's a
Gross.
few things that you need
Gross.
to know.
Listening.
What else did you read in there? It's like,
You don't want to know.
but I kind of do.
He floats in the water. Talked about that
TBD,
a
since
lot.
you're listening, she's going to speak directly to you to relay to the rest of the party. She tells you there's a few things that you need to know.
Okay.
Okay, the best chance that you have getting into the temple and into the church or infiltrating to learn about the secrets of this soul magic and find find out where these people have gone.
Righteous.
Your best chance is going to be to prove your devotion.
Sweet. Get on the soul train and prove our
Exactly.
devotion.
The soul train, which essentially boils down to attending their church services.
Oh gosh.
We got to go to church.
How long are the
Uh,
services? Are they like 1 hour?
I heard they're 3
Please don't
hours
tell
long.
me
I
this.
heard it was 3 hours.
It's actually
Yeah.
4 hours.
I
yeah.
can count it on
Yeah,
one
4
hand.
hours.
Same.
Yep. They're 4 hours.
I'm gonna need an emerald for every hour.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Deal.
saying.
It's
Okay,
true.
okay,
Wait,
we
wait,
gotta-
wait.
We got to go to church.
Church
Do they have
service.
wafers at this church?
Do they?
They might.
You should say yes. It will help Basil a lot.
They might. Yes, they probably do. Yes.
They're the good wafers. They're the
Mhm.
good ones that
They're
we
not. They're the not
Uh,
gluten-free
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Where is this church that we got to go to?
There's shrines
I hate the
scattered
gluten-free
all
Any
ones.
over
shrine.
New
Any
World.
shrine. And
Yeah.
what are we looking for when we're there?
Well, you need to prove your devoutness. It'd be a good idea to attend these church meetings to meet other members,
build some
and
credibility before
build some
we
credibility.
Look,
and-
I've done some not so credible things in my past.
He
I'm a
needs to
little
sit
un-
down
Yeah,
in
we
a
read some of
confession
your
booth.
diary.
I'm a little uncomfortable going to church.
Also, he doesn't fit in the pews.
Also
join.
that.
He could join the band though. What type of like
maybe
services do they have?
There's mostly choral music, but yeah, I'm sure we could find a place for
maybe
you.
I can play the drums.
would a confession
Percussion,
be
no, not allowed.
would a confession be a act of devotion perhaps?
Well, absolutely.
Maybe we go that
Of
route,
course.
guys.
They have confession. Oh yeah, they do.
This sounds fun. Let's go do that.
Okay.
They have confession.
I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
In
This-
addition,
this might take an entire session.
All I'm saying is I don't know
Yeah.
how to act at a religious thing, so I'm just coming up with ideas.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, you're like
You-
I said. Like I
If
said,
you want to
we
know, all
don't
you have to do is agree with everything,
Yeah,
and they'll love you.
they will. Yeah.
That's all you have to
That's
do.
not a bad strategy.
Okay,
That's
okay.
a great start.
I do have one question, and this is a serious
You have
question.
one more question?
One question. I don't think I've asked questions. I've just kind of interjected. in the
That's
past.
true.
So if in our process,
This candle's gonna run out before we.
Oh my
no, I'll make this quick. If in this process we have to do something to Lashings in order to prove our devotion, are we going to get punished for said things we may have to do to said Lashings to prove our devotion?
That's a good question.
I'm just
Good
I don't want you guys to come back and say, "Hey, you did this," and then us not be written into the will.
Lashara is so confused about this will thing. She just doesn't understand how you would ever think that you're going to be in her will. But if that's what it's going to take to convince you to go do this because it's so serious,
All right,
then fine.
you
okay?
won't hold
We'll
us accountable.
get Harold.
'Kay.
And we'll figure it out later.
Excellent.
He's not here right now.
That's fine, but
okay?
no accountability for things that we have to do with the Lashings.
I don't think you would have to do anything to the lashing.
Okay, good.
Oh, we have things to do.
But
We'll
We're
have
good.
to confess them.
Yep.
For sure.
Yes, there could have been things that we already did. We're just looking for absolution right now.
I'm gonna stare
Ah.
that bishop right in the eye.
You want to know what I did? I'll tell you what. I
With
did.
which hand?
Lashara is she's not worried about anything happening to any
Okay,
other
yeah,
lashings
I just- yeah.
necessarily. Yeah, you
Try
should
and
be fine.
preemptively make
Yes.
sure things are okay.
Yes, please. You and yes.
You with the 3 fingers.
4.
How many
I counted them.
how many church sessions will we have to go to? Is there something we can do besides just sit for 4 hours on a hard bench
Mm.
doing nothing but saying, "Yeah, brother," or whatever they say?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah.
promise I won't cast my emeralds before swine.
You shouldn't have to attend the entire church service. The goal is really just to present
Thank
yourselves as repentant and humble seekers of truth that are on their spiritual journey to the Church of ITYS. So whatever
Take
that
me
takes,
Humble.
To the church.
you guys are
Take them to church.
Lashara is ready for you to go.
Oh, like a
ready
dog.
for you to leave.
Get out.
Shrine of your life.
I'm gonna
But
have to
she
button all
still
my
has
buttons.
more information.
Okay. I
So
promise
she-
we
so
will not talk the
Lashara-
rest of the time.
So
All right,
she
lower
has,
dump.
Lashara has this device next to her. You know, like when you cast silence as a spell, she essentially captured that spell inside what appears to be kind of, you know, those old
A
timey
cone of silence.
those record players,
Zone
right?
of
The big
silence.
horn, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna turn that on. The rest, you're silent for the rest of the meeting. She can't hear anything
It's
that
just
you're
white
saying.
noise.
Okay, yeah.
'Kay.
So you can shout. You can, you can mouth things to me. Lashara is gonna speak for just a second. All right. So, in addition to the church services, what you're gonna need to do, membership is not a bad idea. We can help forge those records. But a manifestation of your willingness to join the church would definitely increase your credibility as you're trying to infiltrate. But it is somewhat optional, in a sense. Yes, yeah, we'll get there. And lastly, and this is just part of this stupid cult. This is just what they do to all of their members, especially anyone who wants to enter the temple. Before they can do so, they have to be a member. They have to have attended one of the services, and the university has a class about the history of the Church of ITYS with an exam that you have to pass in order to prove that you are serious about learning and following the precepts and teachings of the church. Exactly.
You mean we gotta learn?
You're still in silence. How did you do that? How did you?
How?
On, off, on, off, on.
Hi. There you go.
It's on.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's why we don't have a lot of time. Okay.
Because your other guys didn't do the job.
So today is their holy day. You have a chance to attend a service today. It's Sunday. This next week is the last week of the semester at the university. You'll have a chance to attend one class and then take the exam, which is the requirement. You at least have to attend.
Do we have to
one
pay
class.
tuition?
This is like one of my nightmares.
You may have to pay tuition.
You forgot you
can't
signed up
just
for a
audit it?
class
You
and you
may
didn't
have to
go
pay
once the whole
tuition.
semester.
Yeah.
For credit.
And then you
The
show
church
up for the
needs to
final
see the
exam.
credit that
And
you
you're
received
naked
from
for
the
some
court.
reason.
You're naked for some reason.
So you'll likely want to spend today investigating as much as you can. If you get a chance to investigate Nereza's disappearance, you could go to the port. You could gather information. There's a local library, an archive. You could go and search some of those records. There's a church service as well. But you'll need to be in ITYS no later than tomorrow morning for classes. And
So we got to enroll by that time.
How far is ITYS from
Yep.
Newold?
Just across the bridge.
just next door.
Oh, because it's
Mhm.
part of Trinity.
Yes.
Right, of course.
Yep. So just like a few miles through the city to ITYS. Okay. Lashara is almost done. Yeah, she's done. So she's gonna turn the silence machine off. Does anyone have
Hallelujah.
any legitimate questions before you leave?
Do we have to like?
Oh
Find...
wait, she's done with the lore.
Do we have to find
can
like
turn the
robes
lights
and stuff?
There's a whole orientation process to enrolling in their university. You'll see when you get
All
there.
right, guys, let's
How
go to
in
church.
the world are they going to let us enter with 1 week left in the semester?
We'll be all right.
The requirement for
Forgery.
the course is the requirement for the course is to attend at least one class in person, but as long as you pass the exam as well, then
We get the credits.
you get the credits.
Okay.
Yep. So you have a chance to
Easy.
attend one class. Yep.
We're going to nail this.
Okay. Think you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
let's-
yeah.
Take me to the church.
Oh yeah. Should we play Hosier now? Okay. We can't.
Let me check.
We
Nope,
can't.
We do not have the rights
Okay.
to that.
Yeah, but if you're watching on the stream, feel free to open a new tab and pull up the song, and you can listen to it with
While we're on
while
our
we're
way.
going, so that we maintain our viewership of.
That's right.
Mhm.
Because that music is that good.
Take me to church. What?
Oh, what? Hey, you want to get sued?
I was actually quoting Joe versus the volcano. Take me to the volcano.
All right.
All right. Lashara is gonna direct you. The elevator will take you back up to the top, and you can begin your mission. And we'll pay you.
Do we have any
And emeralds?
We'll pay you in emeralds and gold, whatever you need.
Fantastic.
This is
We get 50% up
top
front.
priority.
I would prefer for this to be in advance.
If you'll see Manny on the way out, he can arrange something.
Fantastic, Manny!
Manny hobbles over on a crutch to meet you at the elevator.
Looking good, buddy. Looking alive.
Barely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing better. Yeah.
Sweet. So I'm gonna need
recovering
3
well.
emeralds. That's great, buddy. I need 3 emeralds.
So,
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
this is actually very appropriate. He only has
Buy him a
one
drink.
arm as well.
Buy him a
He has-
drink first.
He has a crutch on
No,
the
I don't have
one
time for
arm.
that.
He has a sling on the other hand, and he goes to reach for like the purse, essentially.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna kind of stumble around while you're making him look for these. He's got one leg and one arm right now. and
Can I
so
just
he's
grab the
Oh.
purse entirely? Just say thanks, man.
Oh, I would help
This
you,
is,
but
sleight of
I
hand?
just-
All
Yeah,
I
right.
can't
you
touch.
can go for it.
No
yeah,
one can
see if
touch
you
my
can
fur
s-
right
see if
now.
you
I'm
can
so
take it
sorry.
from him.
All right, yeah. I'll do a little bit of a sleight of hand thing there.
Grab
that's,
as many gems as you
Oh,
possibly
I'm grabbing the
can.
whole purse.
Oh, it's fantastic. Please,
Just like, thanks,
please
man.
tell me we can
This is
steal
this is perfect. Right. All right. Let's do this. Sleight of hand. Let's go. Okay, that would be a 18.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you succeed. So in the purse,
Mhm.
it's not like the vault,
Yeah.
but it is
It's a
enough
purse
to
of
be
holding,
like
though,
an
right?
upfront
Payment.
payment
Couple emeralds in
to
there,
get
maybe.
you guys
Seems like I
started.
was just
How
gonna
And
many?
yeah, Manny's like, I don't understand why
It's okay. You don't
being
need
so
to understand.
demanding. I
Oh,
was just going to give it to
Oh.
you anyway.
Well, you were fumbling around for a while. I was just trying to make this easy.
He picks up his crutch and he like Tiny Tim's away from you.
Eat him away.
How much gold was
You
actually
guys are
in
going to
there?
need to bring this up in confession, by the way.
Oh
How
no,
much
I'll
gold?
totally do it. Yeah.
God bless you,
I have a feeling.
Everyone.
everyone.
Let's say you've got 400 gold.
You guys just want me to hang on to it?
What do you say? No, we should have said
For-
Gog or Idius bless you, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Right. Which would it be? I guess it would be Idius, right?
Idios bless you.
You could
Idius
just
bless
like, may the
you.
prophet bless you.
Everyone.
Yeah, they say praise
Gog.
Idius or praise Salune
Okay.
in the church.
Salune bless you.
See, things we
Salune
may
bless
need
you.
to know for the test.
Mhm.
Praise,
Right.
praise Idius, praise Saluni.
Yep.
I hope we were like paying
Important
attention to the lore dump.
I need.
I hope we can use our notes in
Can I-
final.
I wrote so much down for the lore dump. As you guys didn't even care.
Yes, we did. We
I was
listened to the
We
whole
wrong.
care.
You cared.
We care about everything that you
That was
said.
the
I took
hardest.
notes.
That was the hardest thing I've done so far. DMing was getting through the lore dump, and there's gonna be like 20 more. So
Okay.
Get ready.
All right.
stoked.
Just turn on the
Yeah,
on
make
the
sure that
cone of silence.
The
every
cone of
time.
silence
Yeah.
silence follows around.
That was
Great.
good. That was perfect.
So okay, so you're ready to leave.
Okay.
You're good to
Are
go.
we going back through Nade's shop?
You won't go
Salon?
back through. The elevator's gonna like kick you out the back of
Damn
the
it.
stop. Yeah. Did you
So-
need something from
do.
Nade?
Yeah, I was hoping that he could do some special eyeshadow work for me.
Well, Nade would never say no.
Okay.
If you go out the back
Do I
door
go-
and back in the front door.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want, when my eyes are closed, I want him to paint so it looks like I have eyes on my eyes.
So because you're going to church.
She's
Wait,
gonna
what?
sleep through
I know
the-
what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted him to do
There you
some,
That's
some work.
So you jump on the elevator, it screeches up to the surface again. There's sparks flying. It gets up there. The door you came in before is to your left. Another door to your right opens, and it kind of kicks you out into the alleyway.
Okay, I'll be right
behind
back,
the
guys.
salon.
Boing,
Okay.
boing, boing, boing.
You run around. Okay. Yeah.
I
walk
hop
inside.
to the front.
'Kay.
What's up, Nade? How you doing?
he's bad.
I've been keeping it. I've been keeping this fur nice and
I don't
fresh.
have. I forgot my code word. for
Listen.
that.
Yeah, how does he sound? I can't remember.
All I remember last time is he screamed about your coat. He was like, "Oh, is that cold? Is that
Yeah.
cold?
There he is.
Ah, oh,
I'm back.
oh, my little heron. What can I do for you?"
So I'm going to church, so I need you to do some special eyeshadow work for me, so I can close
oh,
my.
God, because it's a church. You're going to. Oh,
Shh!
please do not go.
Don't. I'm infiltrating
Don't-
it. Don't you worry. I'm a spy, so I need your help because I'm gonna sleep.
It's the most secret
It's the
organization.
most secret spy ever, right there. I love it.
James
I-
Bond
I
level
can
of just telling
trust-
everyone your name.
I can trust Nade with my life.
He-
I
he
need you
starts-
to do some special
he
eyeshadow.
starts combing like the whiskers over your mouth to kind of hush you. Like he's just kind of like, oh, say no more, say no more. Seriously, don't say anymore. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Nade, he's way too enamored with you to charge you money. So he's gonna
Heck yeah,
throw you in the chair, throws it on you. It's like, you know,
uncanny.
minutes,
You can't
yeah.
even tell.
yeah. What are the color of your eyes? Are they red? Are they blood red like normal? Do they change when you?
Yeah, they're kind of a pinkish,
pinkish.
red. Yeah,
Okay. He'll give you.
I'm a little. I'm slightly albino.
She's
Slightly.
very white and fluffy.
He's gonna give you like the ink makeup that changes color. So like
Dye it a
depending,
little bit.
it's gonna be kind of depending on your mood. It's gonna follow
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I like that.
whatever's going on. So
Okay,
they'll
sweet.
change.
It's like a mood dye.
Mood dye for your
Oh,
eye,
okay.
for your fake eyes. Yes. Mhm.
This is great.
Eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Fantastic.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Fabulous
watch
work
as
as
Basil
always.
Oh,
walks.
he
straight
weeps a
into
little bit when
wall.
you leave. He's like he is kind of.
Do
he's-
you
Her eyes were
want
open
do you
the
want
whole
some
time.
gold? Can I pay you for this?
No.
Are you
Please,
sure?
the honor is mine. Go before I make you stay forever.
Go be a
I
spy.
Go
love.
before I lock you
I
in the
love
dungeon.
spy.
Go.
I love you. I love.
Daddy
Okay.
don't. Daddy don't.
Don't make a weird.
Okay. So you guys are in the alleyway. So let me see if I can work the technology that we have been working so hard on. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Hey, It works. Look at
Okay.
it.
Oh. Can I
Oh.
zoom in here? Oh, it doesn't zoom on
Yeah,
the.
it doesn't zoom
Okay,
completely. But
well,
we're there.
We can see
You
it.
can kind of get an idea. You look close. So this is Trinity. This is your big picture view of the three different cities. You can see how they are different in sort of their architecture and layout. You are in New Old right now, which is where my cursor is. You have just left Lashara's, which is sort of like this region right here. This area is the city center or market. Over here is where they have the church service. You can see that this shape resembles these shapes over in ITYS. This is like the largest shrine. There's several, but this is the largest shrine in New Old.
Is there a reason why the hexagons are the bestagons?
That's
Besides
exactly why.
Heragons.
Because they're yes.
Because of the bestagons.
Is that a shrine on the port at the southern tip of New Old?
Oh no,
Because it's a
no,
it's
no,
hexagonal.
no. It's a rock. It's a rock.
Okay.
It's a rock.
It's
They're
the-
hidden under things.
It's the it's the
it's
bridge
what they-
support.
What they built their faith on was that rock.
That rock right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
it
so
looks more like sand.
so
Wise
there's the
man
church
or a
service.
foolish man.
Next to the city center here, this large building, this is basically the public library and archive center.
Another library.
North
Mm.
of the city center is over here. This is the main port area. This is where Nereza has gone missing, where you may, if you get a chance, go do some investigating before you travel
We should go there.
to ITYS. So, but yeah, you're kind of in the alleyway right now. And right now, so it's still like it's probably around 11. You're still morning hours. You got there pretty early, so you can decide where you'd like to go.
So we
We
have
should go to the port.
the 3 choices: the port, the library, and the church.
Or
Yes,
the
yeah, and
public square.
there's the city center here. So you're
Oh,
on
the
the
city
other
center.
side here. Yep. Library.
What can
City
we
center,
find in the city
church.
center?
Market. It's the market. It's where we can buy emeralds.
Market emeralds.
Yeah, there's things that you can buy there. There's a
speaking
lot
of
of
which,
merchants,
What was in the purse?
craftsmen.
It
things like
was
that.
400
400 gold. But like, I mean, we can go buy emeralds. It's not a big deal.
400 gold. That was it?
That was it.
So
Yep.
it's the down payment.
Doesn't really make a dent in what we have, so it's
really
it's-
doesn't.
Yeah, it's kind
I'm
of sad.
disappointed.
The port.
You would
does
think
intrigue
Lashara
me
would
too.
have more money.
Let's skip church.
Was she expecting us to
Yeah,
donate
that's-
all this to the church?
That's probably
So
the most member thing we could do
Yeah.
Right.
is skip church.
Right.
I
We're
am-
trying to infiltrate.
Serious question.
yes.
If you donate a lot of money to the church, do you get like brought into the fold faster?
Ooh, that is a very good
Pay
question.
to play.
Very good question.
In heaven.
Indulgences, possibly.
Not quite. One thing that Lashara did explain to you somewhere in this jumbled mess,
Yeah.
maybe, was that the church, it won't necessarily consider more tithing as a sign of devotion, but it does take converts very seriously. If you were to convert people, quantity or quality, the church takes that into account when you go to enter the temple, when
Okay.
you go to
I have an idea.
join.
Let's buy converts.
Okay.
No. Let's have one of us convert the
Let's-
rest
The other
of
us,
us.
yeah.
Let's buy followers.
And then, no, it's
What do you
just
think?
like social
Yeah.
media campaign,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Like,
That's why I said followers.
yeah, there's plenty of people in the comments. We could pay literally 5 gold pieces and they will convert for us. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not
'cause
kidding.
they're starving and almost dead
And like half their city's destroyed.
because of us.
Because
Right.
of you. Yes.
What did we do?
You didn't even fit through the window.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember?
that was just one block.
And then the
For us, that's
yeah,
pretty
okay.
small.
that's-
One
that's
block,
small.
aka the
One block.
foundation
Yeah.
of that building.
That's okay.
Yes.
The
Shambles.
the port sounds very intriguing. I'd like to do some
Yeah,
investigating.
we should definitely find out what's going on.
And the city center
Is that
seems
right?
like a.
Let's see if
interesting
Nordal
place to
really
go.
floats.
So
I do.
does.
before you depart, the church services are morning only.
Okay.
It's 11 o'clock.
MOUR.
And it is on the
They
way.
are MOR.
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
I thought they were
Uh,
just like sad because people died.
They're
or
morning.
because they're in church.
hmm
Oh, that
Or
too.
because we destroyed their houses.
There is some sadness there at the church. Yes. But their services are in the morning. So if you are going to attend, it's likely you'll need to go to one of those sooner than later.
Great. To the
Lashara
church
did
we
say It
go.
was something we had to do, and it's
Alright.
on the way.
Do they do like midweek meetings? You know, maybe just for the youth.
Wednesdays and nights.
I don't see
Yeah,
it.
we
Were you
could-
here for the laudanum? It's
Well, I
pressing
was.
because it's the sacred day and we need to get there
I
as
know,
quick as
but
possible.
There
Or-
are additional services, though. Yeah.
but I've heard
not-
that there's additional services. Yeah,
Okay.
they're just not.
They're different, though.
It's
the
good, they're
youth
different.
services in the middle of the week.
Something like that.
Gotta
Okay.
service the youth.
The university specifically
Listen,
has a
the
number of church services. throughout the
according
week.
to the map, the church is on the way to the port.
All right,
we
let's,
should probably just.
How many people can
For
we buy to
convenience.
convert with us along the way?
Well, I guess if we have to get there before service ends, we don't have time to purchase anyone.
I'm pretty sure we can purchase plenty of people.
But not if we were going to buy them in bulk in the commons.
That's true. Buying in bulk.
It's
should
like
we-
the
should we-
Costco logic.
So
Should we put out feelers for next week?
Do we have to do this 2 weeks?
It's possible.
What?
you
That's
kind of
8
have you
hours.
kind of have like
It's fine, I'm
until
prepared.
the end of this week. It's kind of like Friday is sort of your.
I don't
deadline.
understand.
That's when the exams
June.
are.
We were
Okay.
just making eye
Thursday
contact
or
the whole
Friday.
time.
Yes, I
something like
was.
that. So you have a few
I
days to go to
certainly was.
class.
All right.
Let's have a
investigate,
staring
take the exam.
contest.
Let's go to service. So,
Oh
guys,
my
I can't
gosh.
believe I'm saying
I'm
this.
gonna do that in a bar.
So
I missed it.
one more thing you should know about these service. There is sort of a conversion mechanic if you attempt to proselyte.
Oh my gosh,
'Kay.
really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So you're in New Old
you?
right
Uh-huh.
now. This general area, the commons included. Most of the people that you're going to run into here who are
Oh.
not members
Jeez.
are pretty
boss.
distrustful of the church or anti. Like that's predominantly the crowd you're running into. So if you're going to try and proselyte and teach them, you're going to have to roll something pretty high to get them to convert.
Is it a religion check?
I think it should be, right? Does
Yeah.
that make
Sure.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But you'll have to roll pretty high. There are a few scattered throughout the city. They're just not as common, but there are some who are apathetic to the church. They kind of reside around our normal, like 15.
So they're Catholic.
So they're Catholic. Yes.
Okay.
They only attend 2 times a year.
There goes our one viewer.
That's
Once
right.
again,
Come back.
shots fired.
Come back.
Then again, I keep saying that I have a Pope hat, so I don't know that we're
Yeah,
necessarily like the
we're,
most sensitive.
That ship has
Group.
sailed.
Yeah.
And then there are some people, a very select few, who are open to hearing the church's
right.
message, and they're a little bit easier to convert.
So we're looking for
So-
quantity over quality at this point, or is there like a sliding scale?
It depends.
Which is pretty common. in
the ch-
most churches.
The church, they will probably consider quality over quantity.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
Okay.
So we want
but
the
this is
yeah.
easy to fake.
We want the
So
one
we just need
golden-
you to pretend like you're a devout and then
Are you
convert
kidding?
us,
Look
and
at
we
me.
will become the quality
I am an
that the church
angel
is
right
looking
now.
for.
That's
This
a
is
good,
exactly what they're
quick
looking for.
Solution.
I think
like
you're
it.
dark.
They like
you're,
t-shirts?
You're
I have true sight. I'm seeing
oh,
something
that's
completely
right. You're
different.
seeing something very different.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
You always have true sight, or is it because
No, it's because I drank.
Right.
That's why I said, "Hey guys, look, you did it too. It's amazing. We all changed. We look amazing."
We do look amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that's all you need to know. That's all. I'm not going to say anything
Okay.
more about lore in this entire session.
No, no,
or
no.
anything.
We
I'm not gonna
need it.
explain
Don't
anything.
make any
That's too
promises you can't
bad.
keep.
It's over.
So if we go to the market and we we stage like maybe a concert in the name of Prophet ITYS to like gather the people together, and maybe we can start selecting them, right?
Sure.
Would that
Yeah.
work?
Yeah.
But we
you
have to
could-
get
you
to
could
have to
attempt.
have to get to the service, right?
You do have to get to the service.
We have to
It's
bring
probably a good idea.
The convert to the service with us, or
There could be non-members at the service.
well, then let's go sing there.
Okay, let's do it.
I think that's something we can do.
I like it.
All right,
I
Okay.
like
we're going to church.
Basil's
You're
idea. I
going
like
to
that idea.
church.
All right.
Dang, I wish we could play that song. That
Hey,
would be
we
so
don't.
I know.
know.
Okay, so who's going to be
Okay.
the first one in, and then who's subsequent conversion after that? Who's going to convert first?
Me.
No score.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
Ugh.
Basil does it well. Flirt to
Yeah.
convert.
Exactly.
I unbutton a button,
There we
and
go.
then I button it back up.
don't go with
Converted.
You pull your
Whoops.
pull your hood over your ears.
Don't
and
go with your
cinch it shut.
naturals.
Whoa! Wow. that
put
girl.
off the natural
Where's
hair
the
gone.
nunnery? Let's
Uh-huh.
go.
Okay, so the shrine is just a few blocks away from where you currently are. Not that difficult to find. And when you arrive, it's very like very classic kind of Gothic architecture of the building, but it's just much brighter. It's not like dark, broody, old kind of thing.
It's not Notre Dame. It's more like
Not Notre
Crystal
Dame. It's like
Cathedral.
new Notre Dame. If you
Got
saw
it.
after
New
they
Notre
cleaned
Dame.
it, it's
Yeah.
like white inside now as opposed
They did some
to
pressure
like,
washing
Yeah.
Yep.
on the front.
Exactly. Yeah.
glass
so
top,
it
maybe.
is
Sistine Chapel.
It is. Yeah. It is glowing essentially.
White
okay.
and gold.
Yep. White and
with
and
true sight. Do
silver.
I see
White
any
and
of the dirty
silver.
undertones, or is it actually just looking really pretty?
It's actually really pretty.
Wow, guys,
It's
look
like
at it.
Anne Orlando. That was a Dark
Yep.
Souls
I
reference.
go up and I touch the walls. I'm like, it's just so smooth.
Play those.
It's just like my shell.
Okay, I think a great
Ew.
thing for your
Ew.
conversion, a conversion process. Listen, you
Yes.
change your gold tattoos to silver to match the church.
Oh.
Yeah, that, you can rub that part too.
Ew.
You-
Silver? Okay, yeah.
That'll
I just
show
it all
true
looks white to
conversion.
me.
Okay. Cool. So you guys gonna walk in? You gonna open the door?
Yeah.
Okay, but how are we gonna do this? Do we need to
I'm
come
gonna
in
Yeah,
push
we
the door like really dramatically. Well,
Okay, we need to.
like Aragorn in
gonna-
Lord of the
you're
Rings?
gonna
Yeah, yeah,
do-
yeah, just-
This is
I-
the
that's
I
the-
object
wait,
moment
wait,
of the wedding.
yeah, just push it all the way open. No
Before we
subtlety.
all go in, let's stagger our entrances.
we need to convert each other as we come in.
Yeah, let's
Right.
stagger the entrance. So
Yeah.
you two going first.
Convert each other.
Yeah. You're like,
This
this
is
is
Basil
not
and
how the
Eros.
mechanic works.
Are going in first.
Yes.
Together?
You
Oh,
could try.
Okay, I'll get the right door. You get the left.
Okay. A 1, 2, 3.
Are we okay? Wait. Oh, and go,
Yeah,
or
you fucked it up.
On 3, on go.
you push one door open. I'm
Great.
like, oh shit.
They're
Sorry
not-
about
They're
that.
not gonna believe us
Yep,
now.
blasphemous. We repent.
You open the door, and there's a patron standing inside, a greeter of sorts at the door. He hears some of your language as you come in, and he looks at you and he goes, "We're so glad that you're here.
We are
We're
looking
so
for the
glad-"
confession booth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I join the Patreon page?
well, the confession booth will open right after the service. It's
Awesome.
mid-service right now.
My friend
So
here,
if you'd like to,
he's been investigating.
Shh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. The service is happening right now
Sorry.
today.
Is
Have
there
you been-
wafers?
it's the idiot's
No,
wafers.
the are you referring to the
The sacrament.
The confessional cookies.
Is there extra?
It's already occurred. I'm sorry, you
Oh.
missed. The,
Oh, that's right. It
Yes.
happens like in the first 15 minutes, and if you don't
I'm
get here,
so
It's
sorry.
every week.
It's already-
I
miss
yes,
it
it's
every week.
happened.
Gosh
that's
dang it.
okay.
But you're here for the teachings and the service to hear our speakers,
Yeah. Of course,
which are up there at the podium now.
Right.
Have you attended our services before?
I
Yeah,
have
yes.
Okay.
I haven't. He has shown interest and he invited me.
Yes.
So
Brother, good brother.
I came to just check it out. I'm investigating. I didn't mean to close my eyes. Shit.
We don't judge. We don't judge here. We don't. We see people with all kinds of tattoos.
Tattoos.
and,
Yeah.
makeup
Just back
of
when
all
I was
kinds.
younger.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
At this
Um,
point, TBD is gonna walk in and just kind of make my way around him and go sit in one of the back pews.
Okay. He's gonna kind of chase you down a little bit.
wait.
He's gonna leave you guys. You can decide where you want to go, but he's gonna follow you and say, "Welcome, welcome, brother, welcome." Welcome.
What do you
He's
wanna
like
sit?
down. He's like
Messed
down
that
by
up.
your knees
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. Yeah.
What is he? Is he a
Should we go-
halfling? Then,
He's a
or-
halfling,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's a
like down by my kneecaps.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thanks. I almost did something so bad. I gotta go to that confession booth
'Kay.
right now.
He converted for protection.
He runs back to the two of you since you haven't left yet, and he says, "Well, whether you have or haven't been to our services before, today, just so you know, is our
Lower dump.
today is our day of sacrifice and declaration.
Oh, that sounds
Whoa.
So
intense.
Tense.
Typically, what this looks like is just about any person can go up to the pulpit today and share the things that they believe."
Open mic night.
So you'll hear from. I know it's a very different format from most other
I
churches.
may be awake for this.
Maybe.
I'm already starting to walk up towards the pew pulpit.
Arrows.
area.
Okay.
What's the
He
name of the
sees-
Arrows,
day again?
wait!
He sees the light has been awakened in your eyes.
I
and
look like an
He
angel.
lets you go. Yeah, he's like so proud that.
And I'm
like,
gonna go sit by
you know.
TBD.
Okay, are you inside?
I've been adjusting my Pope hat
Okay.
to put it in like the
And
least
cleaning it. He's
the
like
least
buffing it.
offensive angle that I
Mhm.
can guess at.
Yes. Oh, this is a
And
good.
then,
okay.
It's backwards and it still has the strap on its
the snapback.
And I come in with I don't have
Snapback miter.
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my
I
life.
thought we established this
We
long
did,
ago.
we
We
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
a long time ago. I just
it's a good
Oh,
it's a
so
high
the fact that he's like putting it in reverse now.
It's got the hole on in the back and everything.
gotta make sure that I'm not being
Mhm.
offensive.
Mhm.
Oh, I think that's
That
way
is the
worse.
most offensive way you could possibly ever.
Yeah, but I don't know that Nordal would.
He's gonna leave it on during the prayers too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could just take it off, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would assume that's even more insulting.
Mhm.
Like I'm wearing a holy thing,
that's
and
good.
actually, while I keep it on, it gives me proficiency in religious roles. So
Oh.
I'm actually gonna keep this
Oh
sucker.
my goodness.
You're up after me. Come sit in the
Wow.
pew, like
Okay.
behind me.
Okay.
So I wander in. I try to.
The greeter is a little stunned that you have the hat in
yeah.
the first place.
Well, and
He's,
I'm like whistling.
Excuse me, sir. Please no whistling. The service has begun.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to be
Shh,
interested.
Please, shh, quiet. They're speaking. They're.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Where did you acquire that article of clothing upon your head?
In the clouds.
I got it in a place high above. Place beyond the clouds. It was a beautiful place.
Wow. Wow. So he's gonna assume that you're a little like delusional.
I'm so
that
sorry.
you
That's
don't-
my mentally ill brother. Come sit. Nardo.
He's special.
Yeah.
Hi, Basil.
People turn around.
Shh. Shut
They
up.
turn around and look at you.
Sorry.
Okay. So as you guys,
I go on the wrong side of the pew, so I have to
you have to
step
skip
over
past
everybody
everybody.
else.
Your hat.
Sorry.
Your hat is just
My
going.
shell keeps like bumping
It's bobbing
into them.
ups and
Always hitting the pew.
Uh-huh.
Like with every step.
There is, as you're on your way into the pew, there is a child with a lot of like
Cheerios.
Cheerios, essentially, like snacks of sorts, things that Nordal. I don't know if Nordal's interested in these, but they've already
Well, they're
passed the wafers.
Yeah, I mean these are if they're plain Cheerios,
Mhm.
yeah. But if they're those like Honey Nut Cheerios, that's too spicy for him.
Yeah, they're plain. He's
Oh.
pretty young. Yeah.
They don't need to spend the big bucks on the honey nut yet. Quite yet.
That noise was perfect. Oh. Okay.
Grabs a
Anyway,
three-fingered handful.
So, yeah, there are
3-finger
some,
discount.
there are some snacks as you're making your way through the aisle.
I see that and I tap the kid on the shoulder and we're like, "Hey, look, kid, a distraction." And then
So as
and
you're
I
Go
grab
ahead
it
and roll.
5 of them. That's
Did you roll for sleight of hand? Is
No,
this-
that was just the quantity.
Go
I
ahead and
knew.
roll for sleight of hand.
Nope.
9.
Can he please knock
9.
over the container
Very good.
and like spill them all over the floor?
So as you reach for the Cheerios, this
I
kid
just want 5
this
of
kid doesn't even turn around. Just his hand latches out, and grabs your wrist. Right, he knows. He's very aware of these.
This isn't the
Cheerios.
first time
You
this
could
has
be
happened.
a monk, and I
Yeah.
pat him on the head and
We'll
then
say
retreat.
we'll
You
say
could
that
be a monk.
this is gonna be great. We'll say that he's a baby Alan, just so that he can turn his head 180 degrees and look
With a
at you.
hand. I didn't expect a hand.
Yep.
Just Nardo, spit
And
on
then
him.
He's gonna snap. He's gonna slap
Gets
your
rid of
hand
the evil
down.
spirits.
He's gonna slap your hand away, and he like brings his bag of goodies. He just like conceals it
My
in
grandma
his
used to
chest.
spit on
No,
me.
that was probably
And he's
the
giving
right
you
thing
the
to
evil
do.
stare down.
Oh, I understand.
You know when those babies like look at you?
Oh,
in
yeah, the
row
baby
in
look.
front. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's kind of what you're getting now as you go
Yeah,
to sit
the
down.
stare
It's just
down.
stare down. So,
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Ask
so
him if
as
he
you
knows
guys
Valhalla.
wander in to the congregation, up front
Oh,
there's
wait.
currently
Day of sacrifice and what?
declaration.
Declaration. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah.
I declare bankrupt.
It used to be called Fast and Testimony, but they've rebranded a little bit. So it's the
It's a
day
PR move.
So as you're
Sacrifice and
making your way
declaration.
to your seats, there is a member up at the podium. Podium.
Sure.
That's the right
podium.
word.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a speaker up there, and she is. We'll say it's. We'll say it's like a youth, like a young girl up there. She looks like she's like half elven, and she's up there, and she kind of has some tears in her eyes, and she starts saying,
Is her name Cindy?
"I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why this is a thing."
I can't wait. to
Hello,
hear this.
Cindy.
Hello. Hi.
Uh,
Ever since Daddy took away my credit
So-
card.
Sydney is not here. Sorry, she's not here today. She definitely skips church. She is
Just
not.
do it.
She's not here. So she's up there, and she, with like tears welling in her eyes, she's saying, "Oh, it was just this last week when I was reading some of the parables of our great teachers, and I came upon one of the most profound parables, in my opinion, which is the story of the hare and the tortoise." And
Praise
Pull out
Idius.
the maraca.
Praise Idius.
I stand up.
I was reminded. I was reminded while I was studying this parable that so often we get caught up in the busyness of life and the rush, and we try to be the hare, but that is the greatest sin.
Praise
that could
Idius.
perhaps occur. The truth is that we all need to be
An elf is gonna
the
die today.
tortoise. We all need to
what
be the
color
tortoise.
are your eyelids turning?
Praise
at this
Idius.
point?
Slow
Glowing
and
red.
steady. wins them all. Wins
wins-
all.
wins-
Slow
he's
and
the winner.
steady builds the faith.
Wins exaltation.
Praise to Lune, and then everybody says praise in the congregation.
Praise.
It's kind of the equivalent of an amen
And
or
I
something.
like a
right?
And in the midst of that, you hear
Yeah.
boo.
Double hands, yeah.
Praise.
Yeah, people look around. Huh?
Who
Preach.
said that?
Preach.
If
Praise.
they,
So-
if they ask for any
Praise.
opposition by the raise of hand, you'll be sure to raise your hand.
Yeah, yeah. Do they do that after every declaration?
Can I go up
Praise.
next?
They say praise.
No. Like they ask for like the congregation to like
Oppose.
oppose or
No, not as
Okay.
not after someone's declaration.
okay.
no.
Yeah, it's just it's her point of view, I
Are
guess,
there any
right?
opposed?
Can I go next?
Hey, I'm
There
Martin.
is an older. Are there Dragonborn in our?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Was one of them? Okay, I didn't know if it ended with Haley's thing. If that was like the last one. Okay, so
That was just her clan.
there's
Yeah.
an older, appearing relatively harmless Dragonborn woman
What color?
making her way to the podium, but she's moving pretty slow.
I
So
was
if
already on
you-
my way.
Yeah, if you want to try it,
You're pretty
if you wanna
fast.
try
Better
and
beat her,
beat her,
man. She's gonna be up there forever.
she's on her way. You can tell she's got some stories about the young children. in
gonna
the wars
can
in
I
the
jump?
I'll race you.
Congregation.
You're gonna
About
race
that
me.
race you.
vacation her and her husband went
Do
on.
you
to
realize how
Alaska.
far I can jump? I could literally
I could-
jump from the pew to the podium.
I
So
know,
are you
I-
gonna just roll off?
I'm
for
like-
racing?
I'm probably like 15 feet ahead of you right now, though. Like,
But
you
I
s-
can jump 60.
Okay. How far is the pulpit away
true.
from us?
We'll say you're only about 40 feet away.
Okay, so you can get it in
Yep.
one jump.
Hop.
Okay, so what's our contested roll off of who gets there first?
Uh,
Do you want to just whoever rolls higher?
you can either roll off, or this could be like an acrobatics check.
I challenge
While
you to
they're
roll
doing
off.
this,
Fantastic. I'll take
I
acrobatics
just want to kind
any
of
day.
observe what I'm seeing. Like,
Okay.
I wanted to see
you
if
ready?
I notice anything.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking on the ground to see if any
Uh-huh.
Cheerios went loose.
16.
Silvery Bobs.
Wait.
There
Wait.
it is.
Wait. What's happening here? What's going on?
And I give advantage to me.
I'm confused. I
I
thought you were
just-
just rolling off.
Yeah, she tried to roll. Silvery Barbs is just I use it against a roll. It doesn't have to be a roll off.
Gotta look
And
at
you
the
just see me over there.
rules to this thing.
It's like a reaction to anything.
Apparently,
Please.
It
according
is.
to him, it is.
It is a reaction to
I'm not
anything.
convinced.
Here we go.
I remember it was a reaction.
One reaction,
Do you know how many
Yes.
videos there are about silvery barbs?
which
on
you take when a
TikTok?
creature you can see is within 60 feet
I
of
said
myself.
It, I said it near my phone, and TikTok was like, "Bleh, silvery barbs.
If they succeed on an
algorithm.
attack roll or an ability check or a saving throw, that was an ability check.
Mm-hmm.
I may magically distract the triggered creature.
All right. I'm sorry. This time it appears that
This time it appears that you are not a
You
good
get a
DM.
re-roll.
Praise Idius.
You get a re-roll. You just have to roll at
The
disadvantage.
triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. If they
Disadvantage.
magically distract the triggering creature, turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement of another creature. I'm encouraging myself. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
So
you
what
can then choose a different creature to see within range.
what ability are you rolling against? Are you both athletic?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
So I will. If
So
we,
your high was a 9.
9 plus whatever the rest of my acrobatics is. 1 second. Skills.
Plus
That's
5.
not bad. Yeah, it did.
What
14?
did you get?
14.
So mine was 16. So I re-roll and I take
You have
the
to re-roll.
lower.
You have to take the lower roll.
Well, 16 is the lower.
Fine. You literally like slide in right in
Whoa.
front of me.
let's
Just
say that
blind rage.
you're both sprinting to the front. It's obvious. There's no
We've been
there's
converted.
no reverence
Yeah,
in this
there's-
action.
there- yeah.
Body
You're-
checks. As
You
the-
make it to
Yeah.
the stand. You're
Uh-huh.
approaching the microphone. You've decided to jump over the congregation.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%. I stand up
Uh,
on my pew and jump over.
So just as he's about to reach the podium.
Can I elbow him in the ribs?
Yeah, you
gonna
hit
grab
him,
your ears.
You impact him. I'm
If
gonna
you-
say
If you mess up my
Your
fur,
fur. Your
I'm gonna be so
because
mad.
Basil won, you go over the first pew up on the stand. You're prone.
Okay.
underneath the
So
first
I've
pew.
I've fallen down below. Like
and I used
people
him
can't
as
see me.
steps. Can I use him as
No,
steps?
you're like behind like the bishopric wherever they will be
Oh, okay.
seated. You've
All
gone.
right.
You're up on the stand.
I tripped.
Yeah, she just kind of threw you behind there.
As
and
I fall
now
down, I'm like,
you're
"Oh."
in front of the congregation.
God damn it.
Hello, my name is Basil.
Praise Idios.
I
So what's going to happen?
Wow.
So before you do this,
That's my sister.
so
wow,
before you give us your declaration,
right.
you can attempt to if there are any non-members here, you can like preach in a sense to try and like gain converts.
Okay.
You can also build rapport with the current members. So based on what you say, you can choose. We're going to do like a skill check.
Okay.
You pick a skill, and you're going to roll to see if like a percentage die if you succeed, to see how many people in the congregation kind of buy your story that you're this
Oh,
a
okay.
member or whatever you
Right.
claim to be, that you're on your spiritual journey. We're going to see how many people buy into your
All right.
deception. So okay.
Oh, so this is a deception roll.
Yeah,
Excellent.
a little bit.
Are you sad you beat me up here now?
I recently moved in to the commons, and everyone's been super nice and helpful.
That's a deception roll right there. So no one
Please
believes
sit
that.
down.
Go ahead and keep going. Give us your
Thank
give us
you.
your there won't be any interruptions from the
Thank you.
congregation.
Cone of silence.
God damn it.
I except for the elves, I've had a few problems with some elves, and I'm staring like daggers into that stupid
Teenage
bitch that was up here a few minutes
She
ago.
looks back at you like just sweetly, just like
Forgiveness.
It's like saying
Um, Also, I guess if this is we're making declarations, I'm addicted to fighting, and I'm trying to change my ways.
It's good. It's good.
Mm. Praise it
That's
is.
why I'm
get
here.
some head nods out there in the crowd.
Mm.
Also,
Mhm.
the legend of the tortoise and the hare is written wrong.
Parable. It's a parable.
Parable.
Oh,
I just want to make it clear
A
that.
member of the bishopric gets up and be like, okay.
And I
so
I punch him in the stomach a little bit, and he sits down.
Little tear coming out of his eye.
Addicted to fighting.
That parable was written wrong, and I just need everyone to know that the hare let the tortoise win.
That's not how I
Nice.
remember it.
That's
TBD.
your shut up, Norda. Sorry.
So for
Excuse
your
me.
so for your ability to see like who believes your story and buys your your persona, you're going to be rolling at disadvantage because you challenged very clear doctrine of the church scripture.
Ooh.
So you are going to be at disadvantage with whatever you roll.
Wait, what was the challenge?
She said that the parable was wrong.
The parable.
It was
Yeah.
written wrong.
Yeah, that
Yep.
that you don't
That's where you get blasphemer.
I was
Exactly.
praise idiots.
It's fine. I'm having a really hard time.
True or
controlling it.
not, you know, it
so
may be
what
true.
do you want me to roll then?
Deception.
So, yeah, you're
Deception.
choosing a skill.
So that was a 5.
Okay, cool. So, so you're done. You've ended,
No.
You're
I'm not done.
okay. Well, you still rolled a 5. Whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
I guess I was just taught differently when I was younger. trying to,
Praise.
and I'm trying to cry, but when I do, everyone just sees my big eyes.
Everybody is like concerned with the things that are being taught.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just really thankful that I'm here right now.
Oh my god.
1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm getting so emotional. Anyways, I'm here to learn, and I hope that the church can teach me things. Anyways, and I say that in the name of what's her name? Saluna.
Salune.
Salune.
Praise.
Salune Moon. Amen.
Praise.
You get like 5 praises from the crowd. There's no unanimous. They're very uncomfortable with
They're a
what
little
you said.
mixed.
Yeah.
And
I
and
t-
I'm literally gonna stand up on top of the view and jump to my seat and sit down. Do you want me to roll?
You see the leaders of the congregation. There's they're all priests this time. There's no priestesses.
What you
but they're
know
sitting up
about
front.
herring gods is wrong.
They're like mumbling to each other, right? They're kind of looking in your direction and mumbling a little bit. Like a little
And I
concerned.
sit down.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Great.
forever ago I asked.
Yes, you
for,
did. Yes.
Investigation. I did roll a 17. I haven't touched it since.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
what do I see?
So you just see a lot of members of the church. There's probably like 150 people.
Yeah.
In the
congregation.
With a
congregation.
17, how many are like converted? How many haven't been converted?
So you notice that there are 3 of them in the back who look like they are a little skeptical
Hmm.
of the experience.
Are
They're
you
not.
talking about us sitting in the pews?
No,
Is
no, no,
that-
no.
Okay,
You
3
guys
other
made
people.
your
3 plus 3.
I think you're central. I think you're with the Cheerios and everything. You're kind of
Yeah.
in the middle of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pack.
I'm like the father sitting between the 2 kids.
But
trying
there's
to, like,
some individuals who are sitting in the back that don't look like they quite fit in
Okay.
or are normally here.
Do I recognize them?
You don't. Nope. I will say that there are. You ran into some converts on your way in. They
On
were
the
from the
bridge.
Battle of the Bands.
Right.
There's a new group, a new batch with some band T-shirts and stuff on apparel. They'll say that there's 5 of them, and they're sitting kind of adjacent to you. You're in the middle section, and they're on the left. But everybody else appears to be like pretty standard members. They're paying attention, whatever. Like they're regular worshipers here in the congregation.
Standard.
And there's nothing odd about the room we're in or anything like that. It's just
Are they like
basic.
multiple races, or like because you did say like dragonborn, and then we
Mhm.
have some
There's
elves.
an elf.
Yeah,
And a halfling.
there are all
And a half
kinds,
one,
all
okay.
kinds of creatures are here
Yep.
in the congregation.
Every climate, every climb. every creed. Okay.
Yes, all of them.
And they all have tongues.
Yep. Okay. They speak with them.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's like a typical, cathedral-looking interior inside. Nothing seems to be suspicious. There's books of scripture in each of the pews around you, and yeah, it appears to be a
I'm gonna-
normal like worship service.
I'm gonna start looking through the book.
Ooh, sweet. Okay. You pick up one of the books, and this is not. I'm not doing this. Don't worry.
I was so kind of hoping that he would.
The lore owl.
The
The Lowell.
The lowell. Laurel.
the lore owl has been lit.
Oh. I made this way too complicated.
That's why I like it.
Okay. You pick up one of the books and you open to the front page.
I'm going to look over his
uh,
shoulder.
One of the texts. You can
Sacred book.
sacred texts. Yep.
Yes,
you can
it is.
start. We're gonna let. I think
said Lord of the
Eros
Rings.
Yeah.
is eager to jump up next before the Dragonborn arrives.
Is she still working her way up?
She's still working her way up. Yeah, she's probably
amazing.
moved about like 3 feet or so. She's almost to the stairs.
Yeah.
Can-
Okay.
Does she have a walker?
It's like a.
She has like an old wooden cane.
She moves at a
Okay.
turtle's pace.
And
yeah,
it,
tortoise pace. Yeah,
She has
Yep.
faith.
the
Not this
winning
turtle, I
pace.
and it has like a soft
Yep.
tennis ball on the bottom.
So we'll let Nordal look over what he is reading there, and then Eros, if you would like to
I'll step up.
make an announcement,
Yeah.
you're more than
Yeah.
A
welcome.
declaration.
A declaration.
And a declaration, yes.
Yeah.
'Kay.
I do declare.
He's gonna say, "My name is
No, you-
Eros,
I'm-
and
I'm
I am
reading-
an alcoholic."
Am
There
I
you go.
am I going first?
Yeah,
or is he
I'm not
reading?
cutting
Yeah,
in.
he's gonna breeze over that. There's kind of a chunk there.
Okay.
So he's gonna breeze over that. We'll come back to him.
All right. I step up to the podium, wearing my T-shirt, and I'm
Says
just saying
Club of Satan. Oh, sorry.
it's God. Yeah,
wait,
I'm okay with that.
where-
Hellfire Club.
Where did you get this T-shirt? You have a T-shirt on. Is this-
Apparently, it came from when I went to go see like the
According to Nordal.
yeah.
He woke up. Well,
No.
like, he was
I got the quick
Woke up
like
and saw
because he
service.
got that quick
T-shirt.
service, and so
Yeah,
that was.
they put a T-shirt on.
It's just what not a
Yeah.
like the workers had available.
I don't know. It's a pretty high-end salon. I don't know if they just throw T-shirts on people.
Yet
we'll
here
say
we are.
we'll say that you have something of a scarf.
It's like yeah. Okay. Just a
Yeah. Yep.
Add an ascot to his.
ascot. I'm cool with that.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Like
No
no shirt,
shirt.
ascot only.
Exactly.
All right.
Yep. More
Okay.
fitting.
All right. I step up and I straighten my
Should have
ascot.
had a retcon token for that.
That is a retcon token, 100%.
I'm okay with this. I support you, DM.
Thank you. Thank you. Now stop interrupting.
Silvery bars.
Silvery bobs. I want to step up and my friends, I've led a really hard life. Things have not necessarily gone my way most of my life. I feel like Gog has seeped his way in and has infiltrated different pieces of my life to pull me down, but I'm starting to see the light of Salune, the light of ITYS. I want to make a declaration that I will pledge my life to the great prophet from this time forward.
Damn, he's good at this.
I only want to see the light of the moon in all of your eyes. I do believe that the parable of the herringon and the turtle is
We're gonna need to do some serious editing on this episode.
is the gospel truth. That it is the slow and steady meets race, and I feel I've been slow my entire life. But I now believe that it has all been for the purpose of arriving here in this cathedral.
Spitwad hits him right in the face.
And can
Roll
I
for
can I
it.
make a
You can roll for that.
Can
yeah.
I?
Go ahead.
Can
That's
I-
gonna be.
What would you
I don't
like
know
me
if
to
that's
do?
acrobatics.
No.
Spitwad.
a spitwad would be
Salt.
Athletics. Does she have the lung capacity?
Do you? have
yep
the lung
yep. Do you have the
capacity?
lung capacity?
Okay.
Can I do acrobatics to see if I can just catch it and knock it out of the way?
I don't think she hit you
9.
though, based on that. Yeah.
She hit the old woman.
Can I do it again?
It
How many
hits-
times can I do this?
She has like a bunch of gray hair right on the back of her dragon head.
And I'm like
scales.
slowly ripping the hymn book.
It
and
just
I'm
goes.
chewing up
It
pieces.
goes right into her hair. She doesn't even flinch or
Yeah, it
anything. She
doesn't
just
really.
continues making her way, and you're.
And I'm gonna
you're
say-
still-
And this kind lady
How many times can I do it?
that's making her way
just
up
the once.
to the pulpit,
Dang it!
That was a good roll.
I feel embodies this. Miss Dragonborn, what is your name?
Ooh. She doesn't have any teeth. She's
That's
she's a toothless dragon.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
we've
toothless,
seen those.
but
yeah.
a
Everybody
toothless
just calls her
dragon.
toothless.
Yeah, she's toothless. Her name is what's an old woman dragon
Yeah, like-
name?
Becky.
Smaugina.
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 Smell.
Smaugina.
Oh, Smogina.
Smaugina.
Exactly. Yes.
I feel that deep down inside you have
She's trembling.
no teeth and you want to be healed of this infirmity. Am I correct?
Is he gonna kill her?
Are you doing some
She's
sort
she's like, son, I haven't had teeth for so long. I don't even remember the last time that I had teeth.
that I got to chew on something?
Would you?
I don't even mind that Salune took these teeth from me.
What if Salune
It's
could give
made
them
me
back?
a better person.
What if
in fact.
Salune could give them back?
I don't need them.
Are you
Just like I
sure?
don't need any material things.
Praise Idius. I think
Praise
Salune
Idius.
would give them back to you because I am the conduit of Idius right now.
Uh-huh.
I feel
Oh,
like I can have the
oh.
power
Okay.
to give you your teeth
Whoa.
back.
I hate this
Mm,
guy.
This is turning
Okay.
blasphemous.
Yeah, we're borderline here.
We're getting
Yep.
some eyebrows being raised.
But
But
Shouldn't have said
Maybe.
anything. Shouldn't have said anything.
Maybe it's just the spirit washing over me, and I am surrendering to whatever Prophet ITYS and Salune might have in store for me.
Nice.
I would love to officially declare my conversion to the Church of ITYS, and I would love to be indoctrinated after I make my serious confession before the proper authorities. Please accept me into your fold. Praise ITYS, praise Salune.
Praise. A
Uh,
unanimous
can I-
praise. A
can I-
large praise
Can I
from
roll
the
my
crowd.
deception?
You can roll your deception. You can see.
Can I please spit another one?
Maybe when he's done rolling.
Yeah, that would be a 27.
Holy
27. The crowd, the congregation, fully buys your story. Like they are just. A few of them are crying in the crowd. They think your story is so beautiful.
I fall to my knees.
The girl who declared about the hare
Yeah.
and the tortoise, she's weeping. She's looking at you, just idolizing
I
you,
peed.
right? Yep.
I can't do this. I stand up.
you walk.
So because you succeed, so now you can
I
roll.
pull you back down. Like, just sit down. Just listen.
You now get to roll another d20 to see if any of the people who are there who are not members, see if you have any influence on them. However, they're not particularly open, so you're going to have to roll at least an 18.
Is it another deception or a performance? What do you want from this?
Isn't this the percentage thing?
I think. Well, no. He's unanimously. Everybody in the crowd like
Got it.
buys his story. For
I'm
this,
telling the truth.
let's have you do. Let's say that this is a religion check as well,
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay,
'Cause
so
you
this is a
are-
religion check.
because you are teaching from the pulpit.
Okay. I want to...
See if it has any religious impact.
Can I cast suggestion on the crowd? Just to give me like a little bit of a boost there.
What does it give you?
It's a Wisdom 17 check. This suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, and magically influence the creature you can see within range to hear and understand you. Creatures that can be charmed. So I'll probably just target one person, and they're gonna have to make a DC 17 charm throw. I just want one. All it takes is one.
That's what we've learned.
One
Is
Yes.
this-
devil.
That is what we've learned.
So I'll do that on the one person, and I'm wondering if I can use that DC 17 on the one, and the other two will be the religion check.
I feel like in this moment, because you're caught up in the performance, and it's kind of heat of the moment.
Okay, you just
that,
want the roll.
that maybe you wouldn't think to cast suggestion right now. You're a little
Alright.
concentrated on other things.
right,
But
alright.
it's a good idea for the future. Don't
Okay.
give up.
All right, I want Sulune, grant me the will to bring others into this fold with me. Son of- That is a 19. 17 plus 2 on my
Damn it.
religion. My religion's terrible.
Damn it. All right.
Shocker.
-2.
So you
Mine's great.
see one of the fellows in the back. He kind of perks up during your story, and like a single tear is falling down his face. While
Do you
he's
need a
listening.
tissue?
So, he's in the back of the you're in the middle of the congregation. He's
I'm
near
go-
the back.
I'm gonna
You're on the back
run.
row.
I'm gonna run off the stage, run straight back to him,
Uh-huh.
and
I was
give
gonna
him.
spit in it and give it to him.
I just give him a big hug,
Oh, great. Okay.
and I'm just gonna say, "I understand.
Uh-huh. Yeah, everybody's still just weeping.
I understand."
Yeah, they're just yeah.
And you hear
and
my foot.
Meanwhile, Nordal has not been listening to a word that you've
It's okay.
spoken. So
Uh-uh,
he doesn't
no,
know what's
it's
going
okay.
on, right? And he has been browsing some of the scripture in the congregation. Nordal, do you want to tell us a little bit
beautiful.
about what you found?
It's so beautiful.
Shut
Oh,
up, Nordal.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. This is great. That's such a good intro. I'm sorry. I have to cut you off. We need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
'Kay.
yes. Okay.
So,
My constitution is not good. Put
Really?
it that way. Yeah. Okay. As just a saving throw.
Just a saving throw. So let me think. I'm sorry, I forget how to do this. Because I want to set the requirement, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it's like a 13,
A 13.
something that you need
Okay.
to beat. But go ahead and roll, and I'll explain you what happens.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, this is fantastic.
This
So
is fantastic.
So one thing that I did not mention at the beginning of this is that
Retcon token.
is that while you are trying to convert other people, you yourselves, when you encounter spiritual experiences or are teaching yourselves, testifying yourselves, you are prone to the spirit of Selune.
I'm
and
converting myself.
You could be affected by the teachings of Selune. Okay? With a nat 1, I don't know what happens. I was not anticipating.
I shrank a
this
little, by the
happening.
way.
You shrank mid-hug, too. You're hugging this guy, and you shrink. Yeah.
And he just feels really uncomfortable because it slides down.
My chin just like grazes down his chest.
So with a nat 1, you
The guy's like, what the?
during your performance up front, like you were so committed to like
Yes.
the convincing of the congregation that you actually yourself started to fall under kind of your own influence.
I look at myself and I'm feeling the tinglies all over
Mhm.
my hands, and I'm like,
Falclaw was right.
I feel like
His gold tattoos start turning silver.
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
I've spiritually turned white.
Mm.
I begin to believe.
Yeah, you do. Like
Yeah,
hardcore.
hardcore.
You
I'm
like,
leaning in.
are believing. So it won't necessarily. It's not necessarily that you're converted at this point. If this happens like 3 times,
It's
like
gonna
if you
happen 3
fail
times.
several times, then you will likely become a very committed member of
as
the church.
I'm like reliving this,
Okay.
I just am living and understanding more and more the parable of Joseph and what he went through in the bygone era,
Mhm.
and it's just starting to really touch me deeply
Okay.
in my heart.
Okay.
not-
You
not
keep
anywhere
feeling
else.
those like swelling motions for a sec, and Nordal, we're gonna cut to you.
This is much, much like Selune after she sent a shard of her soul to turn into the moon.
And I throw a Cheerio and hit him right in the forehead. Dunk.
Selune provides.
Manna from heaven.
He eats it.
Oh.
I too am weeping silver tears. This is so beautiful. Hey, TBD, have you heard of the War of Song and Night?
Uh,
You like songs
I do.
And night.
and night
Yeah. Keep
and
going.
war. Do you like war?
I love war. What? I had not heard of this. No.
Oh, you should look at this. Look at this.
Enlighten me.
Okay, so
I'm looking over his shoulder.
which is really easy for you to do.
Right. Yeah. Just basically glancing down.
I looked over.
I looked over.
Do you want to actually?
Summarize.
Do you want to make like an investigation or
Sure.
insight check?
Religion?
History, probably.
Let's have you do. Let's have you do insight.
Inside it
I
is.
think. Yeah. See if you.
16.
Sweet. Okay, so do you want to give us just a little summary, just brief explanation of what you've been reading there?
Okay, I'm just going to explain it rather than try to be Nordal as I do this. So, basically, it's the cosmogony of
That was a big word. Can you explain to me what that word means?
yes.
You said cosmogony.
Yeah, cosmogony is the way that you consider the beginning of things, the creation story of whatever religion you're in, or myth or whatever. And so this is talking about the eternal struggle between Selune and Shar. Selune, the Moon Maiden, and Shar, the Mistress of Night. They're sisters who had 2 different ways of viewing what ought to be. And Selune begins creating things so that there's like a sun and light and warmth in the cosmos, while Shar tries to remain in the darkness. And so they start getting into this big fight. and they're singing the songs that they, it's how they express themselves, and because of all of the conflict and tension between them, it creates a huge struggle, which causes Selune to shatter, and one of her parts of her soul becomes the moon, and that's kind of the eternal conflict is between siblings. So Nordal really feels this on a deep personal level.
Right.
There is light and darkness in
Yes.
every sibling rivalry.
So
But-
with your insight check as well, I'll add to this. And TBD, he's kind of sharing this to you directly a little bit, telling
Yeah.
you the story. But with your insight check, you notice kind of on the second page there, the part where it talks about how the song is fractured.
Look at this, TBD. It says, the song itself fractured, and from its broken chords, a third melody arose. Mistral, the first goddess of magic. Born of both light and dark, she wove her own counterpoint. You know what a counterpoint is, right, TBD?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Kind of.
Binding the shattered
don't think
echoes
he
in
does.
the music that now flows through all things.
And
Isn't that fantastic?
and
It rocks.
and in the
Yeah.
final paragraph, you also read the second
Yes, and notice
mortals are but fleeting
mortals are but
echoes.
fleeting echoes of their celestial war. Yet even the smallest voice may tip the scales in favor of light or darkness.
So-
We can make a difference, you and I, together.
Join ITYS and you will.
So Nordal, you with
I
you
stand
kind of
up and I
pull
start
out-
walking out.
You kind of pull out like the meaning of the story,
Hold
like
on,
the
hold
lesson,
on, hold
right?
on.
Obviously, but
Basil,
then-
listen to me extracting meaning.
But you also you gain a little bit of insight into you suspect that this language that's being used, the fracturing and the breaking of the song, you can't help but think a little bit about the Forgotten Hour and Zen and his severing and splitting abilities, and you almost glean a tie between those events. That maybe that Zen wasn't necessarily the only or the first creature to try and sever the world, in a sense, that there's been many who may have tried to do this. So
It's called the severance.
the severance.
Basil, you would like this. This is all about conflict, war, and cutting stuff up.
Continue.
Good answer.
That was so perfect.
I say all
Yeah.
of the things that he just said.
Do you want to roll
I do
for this is
For
Is
how
this-
much I
Do I
hate
have to do
this.
a con saving throw?
yes,
well?
yeah, because this like affected you on an emotional sibling level. We're also gonna say this is a little bit higher check, not dramatic, but we're gonna say that 13 is if you beat a 13. Well, you don't necessarily want to, but like if you roll higher than a 13, then you'll have the beginning of your conversion will begin.
No, I got a 7.
Oh, 7. Okay, so you're kind of feeling this more on just like a deep personal level
Like
with Basil.
philosophically.
But it's not resonating spiritually yet. Okay. Nordal taught this parable to you. You and TBD actually. You guys, you're pretty angry. TBD is investigating. You're not necessarily focused on everything that's going on. So we're gonna say that you only have to beat a 10. This is like pretty minimal chance that this is gonna have a huge impact on you.
Did I overhear it too?
17.
No, you're hugging. 17.
Still
Oh.
awkwardly hugging.
Okay, yeah. So you don't this
Feel a damn
I'm
thing?
sorry. I'm sorry. I have this all wrong because you rolled a 1 and you were converted. 7. So you failed. So you do begin to have.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Uh,
opposite effect.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had it
You-
backwards.
your
So
conversion begins.
you're safe.
I
Through
sure
the
am.
written
Yeah,
word.
you're pretty angry and
I'm
bitter at this
steaming.
point.
You're
You hear
touching
the
me,
story from Nordal as
brother.
well, so you can roll to see
Still
if
touching.
you
That's a stupid book.
have any conversion
Wait, what did you roll?
experience.
What am I rolling?
17.
She's very bitter. She's very bitter.
Well, it's possible that there could be entire chapters
is this
dedicated to war. I don't know.
Uh,
Well,
I
I'll
haven't,
read those ones.
I haven't,
just,
I haven't
uh,
finished.
It's kind of the middle
That's it.
area.
Um,
Constitution or
It's just, wars the whole time.
What did we say this was? Is this a religion
Yeah, religion
check
check.
that you guys are doing?
Some here will remember that
Oh,
many years
oh, it's
ago,
religion
I myself
thought it
dared
was
to pass the
Constitution.
doors with the
21.
necromancer and Dulguldur.
saving throw.
I
Yeah.
did say Constitution. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it makes more sense to have a religion check.
I
But
think
Constitution was just to see if it affected you, right? If
Yeah,
it,
it's like
ward
just
off.
a saving throw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
Okay, it would
typically
have been an
is
18.
Okay, so you both don't feel anything so far from all these events that have been occurring.
I mean, I could have told you that.
So-
TBD is very skeptical of religion,
Okay.
so he's just
Mostly
not.
because he doesn't understand it.
he's a man of magic.
He believes
he's-
in one thing.
He's
kidding.
pretty versed in history
I'm
and
totally
things,
joking.
so he
Yeah.
probably, I mean, like his secular knowledge and stuff is probably affecting him here.
Yep.
Okay. So the meeting is about to end. The Dragonborn is still about 5 feet away from the podium. She's still making her way.
Do I need to get up?
up there? If you want to, you can. It's basically if you want to build some rapport with the members here and get people to start trusting you guys, or if you want to convert people, that would be kind of your primary motivation.
When
to go
does
up.
the collection plate come around?
We'll say right after.
Okay.
Once we conclude the service.
And
So as we're
I
walking
lean
out-
it's sort
back.
of, yeah, on your way out kind of
Okay.
thing. Yep. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna get up,
Pascal seems really interested in this.
and I'm gonna get
Her
up,
eyes are open and everything.
and
looking at things from a new angle.
how close is the Dragonborn to the podium by this point?
She's about 5 feet away. It's going to take her about 5 minutes to get there, and the meeting is going to end in 3. So,
All right, I'm just gonna go up, and
It's all about the effort.
I'll pick her up and bring her to the podium, but then put her just slightly past it, and then I'll just go to the microphone.
You're in my way.
Pretty much.
And
Have her
they
face
press,
the other direction. So
they
she
press
can
the
just talk.
button to raise it,
but
but it stops and it doesn't
And
reach.
he still has to like.
I'm
tilt
just
down.
gonna lift it all the way up.
it does not reach. You're right.
No, but it's like
Yep.
a foot pedal.
It's a very
You have
old,
to
like
pump it.
mechanical style.
You
Yeah.
have to- there's a deacon who's
There's
just
a wheel.
working the crank.
There's 2 of them.
They're both halflings.
That's awesome.
Praise the magic of idiots.
TVD's basically gonna get up and say, "Look, I don't usually do this, and religion isn't usually something I pursue. But thank you for listening. I, in the past, have lost a chance at forgiveness, and it has affected me. And well, let's just say it's one thing to be loved, and another thing entirely to be trusted.
Mm.
So I'm here seeking healing, but I haven't found it yet.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll find it here. I don't know.
Nice.
Thanks.
There's some
mean-
like very heartfelt weeping.
And the microphone kind of like
praise.
squeaks.
Lowers back down.
Well, just the feedback from the mic. And
Okay, go ahead and roll and see if this is our
just to pull at some heartstrings to see.
this is our percentage die. Yeah.
This is
Or
deception?
sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
this is deception.
deception.
Well, I wasn't
sorry.
deceptive. Like I've truly
Persuasion then.
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oop, what was that? Come on, boy. Oh, it was an 8.
Oh,
You have
man.
0 in your persuasion?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
not very
God.
persuasive.
Nuh-uh.
apparently.
Dang.
He's not very charismatic, apparently.
I'm a wizard. That's like one of the lowest stats for a wizard.
I feel like it was actually the feedback was so
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the
yeah,
speech
yeah.
that like no one could actually.
Yeah.
hear
I
it.
was heartfelt and honest, but
He had to
no
like
one could
lean
hear
down.
It was like you were still a little too far away from the microphone,
It. yeah.
so they didn't get everything that you
That's right.
said.
Yeah.
The Dragonborn next to him actually heard it.
Yeah, she's weeping.
Yeah, she's weeping.
The Dragonborn got me.
Yeah, and she just puts her little paw on your knee.
I looked down.
Okay, dang. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, no one
they
felt
don't really
that.
hear it. They probably would have if they heard it though.
It's
It's
too
very
bad.
heartfelt.
It's too bad.
Too bad.
Do I need to do a con save again, or
convert
or
it
because I
still.
didn't,
Yeah.
or because I didn't do?
Let's
Yeah,
see
but
if
you
it,
are
let's see
convincing
if
yourself.
Let's see if it softens your heart a little bit. You know, you're up there sharing some very intimate things. See if it opens you up.
Nat 1.
That one.
Wow.
TBD's
you're
hot grew 3
joking
sizes that
me.
day.
Or
You're
it shrunk 3
joking.
sizes.
Plus
right?
2, it's a 3.
Oh
It
my
doesn't
gosh.
matter.
Yeah, so you just shrunk in front of
How far
everybody.
how far do you shrink? How far do you shrink?
He goes
You're
right down to the
right.
podium.
He's the perfect height, right to the mic.
No, I'm
you go
standing
50%?
on the podium. I am the size of the microphone. I'm 7 inches tall.
He's like an action figure, you
I
guys.
forgot that you like go
I am an
G.I.
action figure.
Joe on us. Yeah.
Shonk.
Okay.
I love that mechanic so
you just
much.
hear gasps from the
Uh-huh.
crowd.
Sorcery.
The crowd kind of feels like
What
you're like
happened?
some kind of aberration or something.
I'm gonna use this to my advantage. Hey, I'm gonna use this to my advantage. I'm gonna jump off and try to disappear so they don't see me.
Okay, so you go to hide. The
Tally
congregations,
ho!
they're a little spooked though. They're a little confused.
Rock
They
and
feel like you
roll.
disappeared and they don't quite know what's happened. And the like pulpit boys are like kind of mad that they raised the pulpit all the way up there just for you to disappear like that.
They can't get to like the closing prayer. They have to crank it all the way down.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, so they're a little spooked, a little ominous. Okay. Okay, so the local.
But that means that spiritually, he's on his way too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
within
I,
that one?
I felt that.
Yes.
Can we
constitution.
like do this almost like death saving throws, where it's like we have a certain amount and
Yeah, I was
That's
if you're
curious about
truly
that.
converted?
yeah, is it what would you say like 3, 5?
Let's say 4.
Okay, so 4. So I have
4
2 to the
and
negative.
4 are you, and you are fully converted.
Yeah, and then I'm fully
you'll
converted after
never
4.
leave. Yeah.
You're 2 into it as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm 1 into it. Oh,
You
because I
know.
got a nat 1.
Nat 1 is 2
Um,
when you
Okay.
do death saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm one step closer.
I am not.
Jeez, 1 step away.
I think it's just because
Okay.
there's no women in the clergy,
Mhm.
right? Like
Except
No,
for
no,
that
no, no, no,
stupid
no.
Alf up there.
No, there are a lot of priestesses, and
Okay.
so you probably know this. I should have clarified this, but ITYS is primarily like a matriarchal organization. The leadership, their prophetesses. You'll hear a lot of talk about the shards,
Mhm.
which are kind of like the apostle figures in the church. There's 7 of them, and they're all
7
they're all
shards.
priestesses.
Mm.
Okay.
It's very reminiscent.
But yeah,
of
very
Legend of Zelda.
matriarchal. Maybe Basil can get behind that. I don't know.
I can actually.
Okay. Cool. But you probably know that from being here before.
Yes.
So the meeting is coming to a close. You can see the priest is standing up to kind of give the final remarks. The Dragonborn, she's content with what she heard from your experience.
I'm very confused because I disappeared, basically.
You didn't see
It
anything.
went from
Yeah.
touching your knee to
Uh-huh.
She flicks him.
Yeah, she's not going to go sit back down or anything. She's just going to stand there with like tears in her eyes, just
Yeah.
staring at the priest as he's closing the meeting.
She'll
So
just start leading the music.
mhm.
She's there
Um,
anyways.
they
That was
have
the goal all along.
She wasn't going up there to
No,
declare. She was
going up there to like actually
be the
conduct,
chorister.
and that's how long it takes her to get there.
Very punctual.
That's great. Actually, yeah, sure. Yeah, so she's the conductor.
She waves her
They have
cane.
their closing hymnal.
At, like,
and-
50 beats per minute.
Yes.
Praise
Yes.
I thought
exactly.
4/4 time was bad. So they have their hymnal. Somebody offers something like a prayer to close the meeting, and the meeting is adjourned. Everybody starts leaving. They're getting up to leave the meeting. They have classes before
Except for me.
this, except for Basil is asleep.
Who looks very attentive right now.
She's so
The-
attentive, she's drooling.
Did you run away when you shrunk, or are you
I
still up there on
just-
the podium?
I'm
He's
not
just
on the
trying to run
podium.
back.
I jumped down, but I'm
Is
Kind
there-
of hoping that no
He's
one
running
noticed.
underneath the pews.
Is there like a
Okay.
secret room he can like maneuver his way into with his size?
The
Ooh.
confession booth.
Yeah.
Ooh, you could do some good eavesdropping.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm
Learn
talking
what
about.
Basil was
Yeah, why don't you make like
referring
an
to.
investigation check and see like what's around, and then we'll come back to you as well. You might have to do like a survival check. Everybody's stepping around you as they're leaving. Worried you might get stepped on.
That's
or
a
something.
17.
Sweet. Okay. So there's as everybody's leaving, you get a chance to dig a little bit deeper and see a kind of a different angle of the building.
Looking up.
Looking up.
Different
Instead of
angle.
Is it
Down.
down? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it
Up
is.
a
It's
priestess's
a new point
robe.
of view for you.
And
I believe.
it's my kind of church right here. Yeah. So there isn't anything
It's a commando church.
particularly. The only thing that you see, really, like there isn't any other like there's doors, you know, to like some offices and stuff. There's the confessional booths that are off to the side, things like that. But you see like the leadership, the priests and stuff of the church. They all seem like all the leadership and the members there. That you perceive like they seem genuinely like altruistic.
Right.
You don't detect sort of like any ulterior motive or anything like that behind.
These are
Um,
true believers.
They're true believers, whether what they believe is right or wrong. Like they're very committed and they're like genuinely like good creatures.
Yes. Okay.
'Kay.
So I don't feel the need to investigate any of them, kind of follow them or anything like that.
No, but the priests do feel the need to go and introduce themselves to you all before you get a chance to leave. So they run into the congregation, push through the crowd as they're departing to find each of you. And let's say
I haven't moved. I'm still reading, so I'm easy to
Who's-
catch.
Who's my converted fellow?
Yeah. So let's see. I thought I prepared enough.
You did.
This
You did.
freaking game.
I know.
Okay, because you rolled a 19,
Mhm.
right?
There were
Um,
3 people that were like on the edge. I feel like a 19 should net me at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, so you definitely get one of them. You needed to beat an 18 for one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so but this guy, he came in, he's kind of in the distrustful category.
Oh.
He like is very familiar with the church, just had like bad experiences and stuff, and doesn't trust
It
like
was the members.
the shards and stuff like that.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, it was the members.
It was the members.
It's not the message. It was the
Yeah.
members.
He kind of falls into the TBD category a little bit, where he's like conspiracy theories and stuff. He's not sure if he trusts the organization as a whole. So you getting up there and talking about like doctrinal points and stuff had a tremendous impact on him, and it kind of reminded him
Of
what
the
it's all
true
about.
belief, yep.
Yeah, what it's
Okay.
all. Yeah. So he's there with you. And yeah, what do you want to say to him? You guys have been embracing for a long time. Are you going to start the conversation?
Yeah, I can start the chat.
Embracing the Lord.
My new friend, I feel like our connection has taken me down a peg.
Literally.
Phys-
Humbled.
humbled me a little bit.
I see.
I've bowed my head in reverence. Can you please tell me about your experiences with the good gospel of ITYS, and let me know why you've been so hesitant to fully give yourself over to Salune and ITYS? Because, like the majority of people, we all believe in ITYS.
Right. You've already converted him. You don't have to keep
Yeah.
preaching. He's there. He says to you, well, it was a long time ago, but I used to come here pretty regularly. But I had some experiences. I stumbled upon some information that made me question the validity
accident.
of the church and its organization. You reminded me of the purity of the things that we teach.
It's why. It's pure. I
Mhm.
agree.
Yeah, that was kind of your whole message, was the purity of the doctrine and stuff. So he's incredibly grateful. we'll say he's like, he kind of is a little bit more like burly guy. He kind of comes off looking pretty tough, but now he's kind of turned into like the soft teddy bear a little bit, right? He's kind of let you in, and he's pretty convinced that he's gonna start attending regularly. That he's gonna go back. He's gonna be worshiping more regularly with the other members. So,
Well, my friend, is anything that I can do to serve you today or this week? Please reach out. I'm gonna like write my name on a piece of gold.
No, it's silver.
just like-
remember, silver.
Oh, it's silver now.
Silver.
You've
now, yeah.
converted to the moonlight.
So all
Silver.
of my gold pieces are silver.
No. I'm
Oh,
just saying,
you're talking about
you would
money.
always write
Yeah.
with gold. Now you got to write with silver.
Oh yeah. No, it's like
Sure.
I'm actually just I start a little torch on my finger and I like etch into the coin my name, and I'm just like,
okay.
just take this to any Forbidden Fruits tavern. It's the Applebee's of Correas. They'll know where to find me, and it's like an Eros coin, but then on the other side, it's a portrait of me smiling.
Token.
You mint your own coins?
I did. It's a token of my affection.
He's
In a literal way.
he looks at you
Token of
and
humility.
he doesn't totally understand the gesture, but he looks at you. He says, "I will never forget you and what you said today."
Thank you.
And as he says that
Tell
to you,
others.
the bishop, priest comes up to you,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of pulls you aside and he looks at you and he goes, "We haven't seen
Father.
we haven't seen Grunch.
Grunch.
We haven't seen Grunch for a long time. What you did today, remarkable. What's your name?"
My name is Eros. I just feel like it's not enough. It's not enough to overcome what I've done. But I'm on my way. I want to try.
Indeed, you are.
How can I try harder? Point me in the right direction, Father.
He says, "Well, I mean, it appears that you are well on your way. The next step would be to go to ITYS and commune with the members there, and perhaps even make your way to the Temple of Salune. Where
Is there anyone that I could talk to in ITYS that could help me more? That could truly dig in deep and pull out this evil and make my conversion complete?
The sorcerers in ITYS, they have some powerful magic and healing that can probably help with something like that. In fact, the university, there's some really intelligent professors and people there that can educate you further on worship and furthering your conversion.
Can I
Can
pull
they
it?
fix alcoholics?
He looks over at you and he are
Sorry.
you drunk now?
A little bit. I was sitting in the pews drinking
I
a little
100%
'Kay.
am. But
bit.
I'm going to, like, is there any way that you could take this parchment and just sign your experience that you had today to possibly get me to
You
talk?
want me to witness what happened today?
Please witness.
Oh, absolutely.
wait.
I would be happy to. Yeah.
Grace.
So he's gonna sign his name on there, and he's kind of like the local leader here. You have his endorsement now on a piece of parchment, I guess. Yeah, great.
I read it.
Mhm.
Father Moffat, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, and we're so glad that you came as well. I know that there was some
Hard pivot.
confusion. There was some confusion about maybe what was the
I was just
expectation up at the
taught-
pulpit today, but
Yep, I was just taught a little bit different, I guess.
that's okay. We all win our own race, as they say.
I get it. Sorry, excuse me. Fuck.
But we're sure glad that you came and attended.
Yep. I'm gonna not punch you. Now.
That
Growth, my friend.
I can see you're already practicing
I hate
some change
everything
and some
about this.
repentance. Would you, any of your friends here? It looked like you wandered in as a group. Our
What are you
services.
talking about? We staggered in separately.
It says the
It
action
says
figure.
the tiny
So-
figure that's hidden.
I'm only here because he asked me to come.
You speak up next. You're now next to Basil, standing there. in your
I,
tiny
Spit on the
actually,
floor.
I actually climbed up on the back of Nordal Shell, so I'm just gonna ride up there.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Okay, our services are concluded for today. But if you'd like to find us, during the week sometime, we have other meetings, confessional, things like that that you can participate in if
Is
you
there-
feel the need.
Is there any way I can make a contribution to what I've witnessed today?
A contribution? What kind of contribution?
Well, I got a lot of gold.
Oh,
That's a lot of where my guilt comes
Well-
from. And I feel like I need to relieve myself
We
of
would-
this burden.
we would never deny anybody the blessings of obedience. And if you'd like to make a contribution, I suppose that is within your right to
All right,
do
guys,
so.
it's going to be 10%. I take out 1,039 gold pieces.
Wow. Okay.
That bastard's loaded.
All on the backs of my hard discretion.
Several of the other priests, they see what you're doing. It's hard to
It's like-
disclose that.
It's like
it
I take
doesn't fit
He's
in
trying to
the
put it.
bag that
He's
you're
trying to put it in a big
my-
pouch.
my pocket's just
with
kind of
a slip
leaning to
tied
one
to it.
side, and it's like tink,
It's filled out.
tink,
Yep.
tink, 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 tink. It's like a slot machine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And they all like kneel and praise. They're so thankful for your contribution. Several, we'll say
One of them is like,
We'll say 4 other of the priests sign your
My endorsement.
your witness card. So you now have about 5 signatures.
Witness friends.
Yeah, who've witnessed your good deeds.
and one of them is like, what's the widow's mite parable? Right? Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's given of his abundance kind of thing.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
They don't know it's not everything.
And the
that I have.
old dragonborn woman puts a single little copper piece in, and one of the priests is like, "That woman gave more than that man did this entire time."
No, she's still up there conducting the music.
Yeah,
It's
that's
good,
right.
actually.
Even though the
She's
song is
still waving
over.
her hand around. Yes. Okay. So everybody's kind of left at this point. The services are concluded. They kind of usher you to the doors. They thank you for coming, and they kind of send you on your way. So you're back in the city streets, and you can decide where you'd like to go next. We have the
Port.
the port, the city
If-
center, and the library are kind of the major stops you may want to make.
If we go to the port now and get there before the hour is over, I'll be small and able to investigate, maybe stealthily.
Ooh.
Be able to slink into some holes.
I put the book in my pouch.
You're gonna steal the book?
You do know that they give those away
I,
for free.
I support this.
Okay.
I-
Yeah.
As,
He
as-
doesn't.
okay.
Yeah, you take it. That paper is yours to guard now for the duration of this game.
So wait, we're already out in the city street, or can I go
You're in the
behind
streets.
the pulpit and steal some wafers?
You can try. Do you want to go try and
I
steal
sure
some
do.
things? Okay. Go ahead and roll like sleight of hand.
I'm trying to think back of what Lashara asked us to do.
Oh,
I don't give a shit about that. Damn it. I epically failed.
Oh man, you didn't roll on that one, did you?
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Hideous.
So
isn't
when
with
you're
you.
back there trying to take it, some of the priests stumble upon you, trying to steal, and they look at you and they say, "If you're in need, all you need to do is ask."
Yeah, I was just hungry.
Oh, so they go and they have like actual food, like a storehouse of sorts, and they bring out.
And while they walk away, can I put some wafers in my pocket? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
No, you failed
Deal.
the
I
sleight
did
of hand
fail. I
check.
failed epically. Okay.
But they do give you some food to take with you for your.
And I like grudgingly take it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Bite the apple. and walk out.
Perfect.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
man.
So you are in the streets right now. So you can decide where you guys would like to go next.
we can the
Yes.
archive or the port.
It's probably
Work
kind
through
of
it, my
like
friend.
Shut up, arrows.
Work-
you're around like
through it.
12:31 at this point. We're getting into the afternoon.
Salute
Blech.
willing.
Glad we're out of there. Let's go.
Where do
Guys,
you want to go, Basil?
I just,
Where do you want to go, Basil?
I don't want to be seen anywhere with
Is-
you.
He's on my shoulder, so like he's
Is-
just It's probably kind of hard to hang on to the shell now.
Yeah,
This is
that's
really
true, that's true,
slippery.
that's true.
Yeah.
Just hold on to the hat.
Yeah,
Jump. Yeah,
I'm-
it's like you're in that little boat
yeah,
again.
the
like,
little boat.
yeah.
Turn the hat upside down and he can sit in it.
Question:
It's a very
is,
versatile
Is the
hat.
library owned by the Church of ITYS, or is it like a library where you can find anything?
This is the New Old.
The New Old Library,
Yep.
okay.
So there are like church materials, but it's not.
What
owned
would
by
we
them.
be looking for in the
Mhm.
library?
Yep.
Like, what purpose do we have to go?
It could give us additional information that we'll need as far as the exam
Lore
that's
dump.
coming.
Yeah. So there's a few different things that you may want to learn about at this point. You could investigate some of the disappearances. You could search like the city archives in a sense. You could study for the exam and start learning things that will help you.
I need more.
Yeah,
I'm
there may be
seeking
other
the
things.
greater light and knowledge that would
Oh.
come from
Right.
But if we want to go to the port,
You're-
yeah.
yeah, Eros. You're on a high right
on a
now,
high.
and you're pretty
Yeah.
convinced that you need to continue your search for spiritual knowledge. So
I feel like it's the one thing I've been missing.
yeah,
my
unless
entire
you
life,
can
my friends.
dissuade Eros, you might end up in the library or wherever he feels you
Falclaw
need
is
to go.
going to be so angry that he missed like, your entire conversion process.
You're just reading a book. I get it. It's fine.
He tried so hard.
I mean, our mission is to find out what happened to our missing Lashara. I say we go to the
It's
port.
to
Lashing.
convince the Church of ITYS that we are one of them, so that we understand what's going on.
No, arrows. Now
That's-
remember.
I'm pretty
Remember.
sure.
Remember.
Remember.
Yeah. Remember. Hey, arrows.
Yeah.
Up here.
I can see you.
Remember.
Yeah.
What's our mission? No,
It's
to find
join the Church
the
of
missing-
ITYS.
Burn it down.
Lashing.
We all have very different interpretations of
Get
what
more
our goal
books.
is.
From
Very good.
within.
Mhm.
Burn it down
I mean,
from
it makes
within.
sense.
Reading is so satisfying.
Yeah, you'll have your own interpretation.
There's-
of-
As we walk,
mission.
I'm just following after,
Okay, tell
just
you what.
reading as we go.
Let's go investigate, and then we'll hit the library after.
I think we should go to the port.
I mean, I'm thirsting for knowledge. I
Hey,
feel like
Yes, the
I'm
knowledge of our
reading.
missing friend,
missing.
Lashing.
I think it was
But-
more than a friend.
Do you want to get paid?
It's true. She was. She really was.
Money.
I honestly think you're gonna have to convince me with a roll
Okay.
to not separate
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
straight to the library. You guys could go to the port. I think I'm to the point where I would separate the party and go straight to the library.
That makes sense.
So if you can convince me,
You might also maybe be at a disadvantage because you also rolled a 1, so you also are feeling.
yeah, you're also seven,
you're
seven
kind of in
inches
the-
tall.
You're in the
Yeah.
spiritual realm as
Yeah,
well.
That's true.
So
That's true. That's true.
You're a small man with big faith now.
Well, I'm not gonna get lower than a 3.
It's possible.
16.
Dang.
3.
Okay. Nordal, you wanted to go to the port. Do you want to make a contested roll against Eros as well? See if
Oh,
you can
yeah.
persuade him to go elsewhere.
I mean, I'm going with arrows.
You're
now,
also you also rolled not quite as poorly.
going to the libreria.
We won't put you at a disadvantage. We'll just say it's just a
As a persuasion.
yes.
13.
Ooh.
I mean, 15 is usually our
Yeah,
mark.
15.
But if it's
is
contested, then
Then I get to contest that.
Sure. Yeah. So if you roll higher than a 13, then you can decide where we're going.
Silvery barbs.
How many times do you get to do that?
So with your
I say once per session.
I will say
Seriously.
No, it burns a spell slot, so I mean I can only do it 5 times.
I will say because of your newfound state that you're in,
That I don't want to deceive people.
you're not necessily you're not
Fine.
looking to
Fine. I'm not okay.
You're not looking to manipulate.
I
right?
I respect your decision, DM.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
I'll
you.
allow
Thank
Okay,
you.
so I'm making a contested roll.
13.
And this is persuasion.
That's what I used.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does anyone
13?
have drugs?
13.
Hey, what do you have drugs?
That would be an 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Okay. and you would like to go to the
Library.
library.
Libreria.
Okay.
I thirst
Let's
for,
go.
for knowledge.
So yeah, Eros is gonna take off again, like he did previously in the city, and you guys, knowing how you were separated last time and how things have gone thus far, you don't necessarily want to lose sight of him, especially now that he is so
I'm well on my way to conversion.
devoutly.
I mean, I feel like I'm
on
gonna
his
have
way.
to follow him because I forgot that I was that far along as well.
I pick him up off Nota's shoulder and I'm like, brother,
come with me.
let us sing the song
But I will.
of Selune and Idius together.
Hey, Eros, I really want to read more books.
as long as it's
That's why I'm
before
going to the
time.
port to see if they have books there.
You do you do know what a library
Patience.
is, right?
Well, I mean,
Selune, help me.
the one up in the sky, I remember
Had a-
not doing a whole lot
It had a lot of
while
books.
we were up there.
It had a lot of books.
Had a lot of guards.
Let me show you a
A lot
place.
of guards.
I seem to recall you needing to like fly and jump around.
Let me
Talk
show
to
you a
guards.
place
Uh-huh.
where books flow like wine and honey.
And
You
that's a
can-
good thing.
Where the
Yes.
scholars
Ah,
flock
okay.
like the salmon of Capistrano.
Exactly. To the library?
To the library.
To the library?
To the library.
A show of hands?
Whatever. I like books. Whatever.
As long as it's not that church, right? You can go
Right.
anywhere.
Been
'Kay.
wanting to read about some healing stuff, so let's go.
Okay, great. All right, so you begin to make your way toward the library. You're passing through the city streets. By this point in the day, it is pretty busy. It's bustling. There's a lot of
It's bussin'.
it's bussing. Yep.
Um,
And there's just busy people, creatures everywhere. On your way to the library, let's see if this works. You do kind of pass through the city square. Oh, you know what? Nope, it didn't work because
for some reason.
Because screw you, that's why.
Because screw you. That's why. Jeez. As we're walking.
That
I-
is technology, though.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I as we're walking, I put my arm around Basil, and I'm like, sister.
You dented my fur!
Oh no!
Elbow to the ribs.
Okay, good talk. Good talk. Oh.
Not in the mood, Eros. Fuck off.
as you're distancing yourself from Eros a little bit and walking through the streets, you do kind of pass into the city center. There's a market. There's all kinds of merchants. This is like the hub of the city.
Ooh.
People traveling everywhere. Sorry, the image doesn't. I didn't do it right. But in the center of the city, there's a monument, and it is the Forgotten Hour monument
What?
that you see. And it's sort of this like pillar, and atop the pillar you have like the 5 heroes of the Forgotten Hour. So each character, Lashara, Jenkins, everybody is representative. The Aarakocra, everybody is part of this.
TVD immediately recognizes his great grandfather, Jacques Bjorn.
Do you want to? Are you? It sounds like you're drawn to the monument
Heck
a little
yeah.
bit. You see your
You're
Part
like
of my family.
great
You're like-
grandfather.
tug on my ear hole to like guide me in the right
Ear
I'm on
hole?
Eros' shoulder now. He picked
Oh,
me up.
that's right.
That's right. You
Oh,
took
that's
him.
right.
Oh yeah, maybe
By the
you
way,
can't get there
if
by
at
yourself.
any point the hour is over, I'm gonna immediately
Yeah,
go
like
back
and crush me.
him.
Yeah. What do you see? What do you see, my friend?
Check it out.
I see.
It's Grandpa Bjorn.
I see the family
And yeah,
resemblance.
I think that's Lashara.
I don't. Yeah.
Man, she's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. She really is. You think she'd be dead by now,
Think.
and we'd be able to collect on that will.
Do you want to make a history check real quick
Sure, yeah.
while you're looking at this? You guys are just kind of in passing. You don't necessarily go up to the monument. but
I
you're just
when I
passing
look
through.
up there, I do
Oh.
see like
Is that nat
Father
one? Yeah.
Idius, almost is like glinting and shining in my
Uh-huh.
my
No
my drug
way.
addled brain.
Uh-huh.
You
Um,
chose that die. Damn
and-
fool.
And so I just
I'll
I
tell you
am
what happens.
drawn to the presence of the prophet Idius.
Well, and I see a
Okay.
plaque, and I figure I can read that, so I'm gonna follow.
So
Okay, so we're
Can you
drawn to
read?
the monument. Okay.
Like well, like I know you can read. You can't count, but you read well. Do you read
I read-
fast?
yeah.
Or do you read tortoise like
Do you read
speed?
tortoise?
Tortoises are very rapid readers.
Okay. All right, I'll believe you.
Almost as fast as a herringon.
Did your history check
At
before he
losing.
reads? Do you
So what happens is the hour ends, and I immediately grow big again. But then
I got like a
within
broken
a
rib and my shoulder starts to
millisecond,
hurt.
I rolled a nat 1 again, and I immediately just shrink right back down to where it was
okay.
for another.
Oh my
hour.
Yeah.
Oh, heaven help me, what was that?
Some of the members who left the congregation are there in the market, like returning home, and they kind of question whether they saw that again.
It's like a Tyler Durden one
What?
frame
Yeah.
like insert.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He does exist, or
Yeah,
does he?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. They're still a little eerie.
So I
Okay. Not-
don't really know much about what I'm looking at, other than I recognize my grandpa, my
TB,
great grandpa.
You think you'd know a little bit about your
Okay.
family history?
You think I would?
Do you want to?
The dice say otherwise.
How are you on history? Do you want to make
My
a,
history's poor, but
I'm very
happy
good
to
at
give a roll.
history. That's
try
the
to make
problem.
a history check for us?
Dirty 20.
Oh
Heck
my
yeah.
gosh, amazing!
Heck
That's how you
the
do it.
plaque. You read the plaque.
Yeah, that's what they're
right.
there for, people. This
He
is pretty
reads-
straightforward.
Yeah,
He
uh-huh.
can read.
Is
She
it-
needs to do a spiritual roll now. to
Is
see if that can-
is the plaque gold?
I'm not doing
though?
it. I'm not doing it.
hand carved mahogany?
N-
It's plaque of gold.
It's gold letters.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Hand carved bullshit.
So
These
with
characters
your,
are reformed idiots, my friend.
you read the plaque.
Thanks,
Nordal
Steve.
reads the plaque, and it basically just goes on about how it like names the 5 heroes of the Forgotten Hour, and then it just kind of describes like their great deeds, and how they really not only prevented the Earth's destruction, but they also contributed immensely to this new world and establishing this place. So it just kind of lists out like just how pivotal they were to this place, foundational to all of the cities.
Hold
So-
up. New Old was called Old Town? How do I know all of this stuff, but I don't know that New Old was called Old Town before the Forgotten Hour? I must have forgotten.
For at least an hour.
At least an hour.
Exactly.
It's in the name.
Yes,
Wow. I'm so happy.
that is what it used to be called.
So happy.
Nordal, with
Yes.
your history check that you did, this is all relatively common information, but with your history check, you are sort of, I guess, we'll say, because you're in an enlightened state perhaps as well, you contemplate the you can't help but think about where each of the members of the Forgotten Hour have ended up, and you explain to the group that really Lashara is the only one left. That you kind of realize in this moment that out of all of them, Lashara is the technically last living member. And you recount a little bit of history to the group, explaining that ITYS, he was murdered. And you also remember that it wasn't just that he was murdered, he was found, but for a time he did go missing. And these missing persons, the history that Lashara alluded to, kind of began with ITYS. He was one of these first people to go missing. You also remember,
But he has risen as well, right?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's like he was gone, but he returned. He's people claimed to have seen him. He's supposedly resurrected in some other state, right? You also remember that Jenkins, old man Jenkins, he
He was put in the stocks.
He
and
was-
murdered.
well,
too.
he was murdered. The cause of his murder was never
How the
fully,
mighty have fallen.
the cause of his murder was never fully known. And you remember that before his body can be laid to rest, that his body actually disappears. So technically, Jenkins is considered or could be considered one of these missing persons as well.
Of the House of Old.
You also remember
I am on a roll, you guys. It's like the floodgates.
you rolled a nat 20, right?
I'm
A
just
dirty
dirty
20.
dirty 20.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
sitting there and like slack-jawed, shock and awe,
Sorry.
just drinking in all of this.
As I'm just like,
Sorry.
Yeah,
and,
get
and
the
you're
owl.
standing here, and like the plaque is right behind you, and
Yeah.
so I'm just
Reading
off it.
But like, I feel like my like sanctified aura is like growing and growing.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't hear any of that.
He's just impressed with Norval's
Yeah.
knowledge.
Okay. The last thing you remember about the Forgotten Hour heroes is that technically Bjorn and Levidas, the Aarakocra, they also have gone missing. We don't know. No one knows what happened to them. But Bjorn departed on a voyage, one of his famous explorations. Nothing uncommon about that. But he and the Aarakocra joined forces on this particular expedition, and they never returned. So no one is sure what happened to them. So you're kind of hit with all
Yeah,
this
but
talk.
they did go like sailing off in her submarine, right?
The Aarakocra submarine.
Yeah.
I think they do, and I think you make it. There's a historical footnote that you remember reading that says that you actually make it beyond the like enchanted forest that's on the other continent. You go and explore beyond there. You make some discoveries, but no one knows what happens to you. You're able to kind of, Bjorn, looking at you, Bjorn is able to convey some of that information, but he's
You mean TVD?
no Bjorn.
He was looking at you because you were Bjorn.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he was saying you.
You're Bjorn reincarnate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back.
Disappeared in Irithessa.
Exactly.
'Kay.
Yes.
All right.
So it kind of strikes you there at the monument that there's all of the sort of founding figures have gone missing except for Lashara. She's the last one.
Yeah. So you'd think that history is written by the victors, and I just don't feel like that victor was particularly sympathetic towards the Church of ITYS.
Hmm.
Which makes me also think that maybe she was the impetus of making a lot of history disappear.
The history is just on the plaque right here.
Yeah, but you were just relating history to. I was
Did-
thinking. I was using my cognitive functions to come to a conclusion.
That's great. Yeah. And don't forget, it's called the Forgotten Hour.
Yeah,
I feel like
okay.
that's
I
significant.
thought I like actually came to a really like poignant thing. I feel like Lashara may be lying to us all, because if she is controlling the narrative, and there's no one else to control the narrative, maybe there is something to the Church of ITYS, and maybe we should take a deeper look. And maybe we should tell them that Lashara is after them. Praise ITYS.
TBD, does this conspiracy make sense to you?
He's very much a conspiracy theorist.
I do like a good conspiracy. Have we asked Lashara if she knows what happened to
If
all
we
of them
ask
before?
Lashara that she's controlling the narrative, she's just going to continue to control the narrative.
I didn't mean let's ask her if she's controlling the narrative. I just said
So I think
maybe she
we've-
knows what.
what Eros is saying is that you need some other sources.
Yeah.
Oh, and perhaps
to-
the library will have those.
Yes. Yes. So the library does have those. Before you're able to go to the library, Basil, you are still pretty turned off to the whole experience you've been having thus far. You notice in
Peace
one
and
of
love,
the
sister.
merchant booths nearby, there is an alchemist booth who has some emeralds on
Oh,
display. With
Hand over that money.
Sister.
Give me. I'm not going to say a bad word.
This
Sister.
is the
Give me the money.
Wow, it smells.
I will bless you with this money.
thing's amazing.
Thank you.
If you open your heart
It's open.
to what I have to say.
I opened it just now.
It's open.
I need you to actually prove to me that you're really listening, because I feel
Bless
like
the
you just...
Lune, the moon, silver.
You hear a few praises in the crowd. And the
Woo,
market.
yeah.
Praise.
Right.
Praise. Okay.
Give me the fucking gold.
All right, and then I am going to cast
No.
The store
Restored
value.
value.
No. I am going to just a charm person on you.
On me?
On you.
Oh,
You have
Okay,
a chance to
it's
resist.
fine. We shall contest.
One humanoid you can see within range makes a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your allies are fighting it. I'm not fighting you. So no advantage on that one.
How do
On
you know?
On a failed save, the target has the charmed condition until the spell ends or until you or your allies damage it. Charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the target knows it was charmed by you. And it's a wisdom saving throw of 16. So 16 or higher.
Oh no.
Got this.
Come on, baby. I got a 10.
Sister, I know you're a Haragon of your word. If I give you this money to bless you with the ability to punch the hell out of people, I need you to open your heart and understand that we may be being controlled by a narrative that isn't true. Please open your eyes and just think of that as we continue this quest.
And I close them.
Good enough. How much does it cost to get the emeralds?
Yeah, okay. The emeralds are kind of at the front of the display, right? It's this tent that's set
How
out
many
there.
are there?
We'll say there's 4.
Yes.
And there's an assortment of things. He has like all kinds of trinkets and stuff.
Ooh.
This particular tent, you can tell just by looking at it, is like an alchemist's tent.
Sweet.
All kinds of, creations, whatever. And as you're approaching the tent, you see this particular shop is labeled as the Transformation Shop. And it has a subtitle that says, "The One Who Changes Things."
Open your heart, sister.
And so Basil has found her church. So you're approaching.
That would be amazing if you opened her heart to spiritual experiences.
Do you
Yeah.
do you
now
know
she's
what my
gonna be
brass
like-
knuckles are called? The knuckles of change.
Oh my gosh! Talk about a sign from
The
heaven,
title.
right?
Does
Meant to
she
be.
need to do a conversion roll on that? then?
Idius has blessed us.
I don't know. You did
feel-
fail
I
against
feel weird.
arrows, but
I feel like I don't know, like my heart's
Yes.
open.
Yes, conversion.
okay.
Please.
Yeah, only because you failed against arrows. Other than that, you were pretty mad. I feel like maybe you get an advantage because she was
Sure
so
do.
put off by the.
It's a
previous
religion roll,
experience.
right?
Religion roll.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm
We'll give you an advantage on this one. See if it converts you or if you're just stoked to be here.
I got 15.
Silvery Bobs.
Well, that would just get rid of her advantage.
11.
So you got rid of her advantage.
I
so
got
she
rid of
has to
that
take-
one roll. She has to
Oh.
take the next one.
She has to take the 11. Okay, so you're not converted, but you are like stoked to be here. You do consider it a sign of some kind. I'm sorry. Wait. So you fail.
She failed.
I'm sorry. You fail.
She gets one.
I keep messing this
Switching.
up.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You've got
uh,
one of 4.
Yeah, you're one of 4. Yeah.
You're-
So you begin. You're not quite as far down the road as these other.
Doofuses.
Maybe if you did a
doofuses.
little bit of light reading, hold up that
Um,
thick book.
But you do
What about
begin.
light punching?
You suppress it immediately, knowing your character, but you do deep down, you do start to feel like this is a sign of some kind, and you can't help but see the correlation there.
You know,
So
people make their own religions all the time. Maybe you could make one about punching people.
Yeah. Light fisting.
I'm already,
oh,
I'm already converted.
ah.
Hello.
So yeah, as
Am I
you
talking to the
approach the
merchant?
tent, there is the merchant is there, and he he says welcome all of you, welcome.
How's it going?
He needs to sound older. Sorry, he's an old guy.
Oh, I buttoned my button back up.
Is he kind of like a tinkerer?
Stuff
Would
all
he
perfected.
believe more in Lashara than Idius?
Hold on. Sorry.
No apologies.
know how much longer I'm going to be able to go, guys.
Getting tired.
I'm losing.
You're waning.
I'm waning.
Okay.
Do the same.
We'll
Stop
be quick. We'll be quick. We'll
I
be quick.
drank an Alani. I'm good.
I'll find it later. Oh, I'll find it now.
Yeah.
It's lower. I will give you this picture.
Oh. And look at that guy. Do you need some help?
Okay, here you go. You can pass it around, I guess. Yeah, go ahead. Take a good look at this guy. He's kind of a mix of like a sorcerer and an
Ooh.
Alchemist, right?
Yeah, he looks
Super
good.
cool.
So,
Super cool.
Very old. I probably won't do his voice right, but just think like really old and like Dumbledore, you know, like
Yeah.
Dumbledore!
not that Dumbledore.
Wow, he's kind of swole.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's got blue
TVD's
robes.
Gonna stand there, push out his muscles.
He does have blue robes.
Oh.
He is not
7
affiliated
inches
with the
tall.
church, though. He
Okay.
is much more on
This is
the
my kind of guy. I like this guy.
Lashara side of things.
Ah,
Okay.
my assumptions were correct.
So he welcomes you. Welcome to my shop. What is it that you are looking for? I have some of everything. I can transform nearly any everyday object
Can you transform
into
a heart?
something
No, he
useful,
can't.
something that you might need to use. That is my specialty, taking ordinary items and making them extraordinary.
I am interested in purchasing 3 emeralds from you.
Oh, you'd like to purchase 3 emeralds?
Yes,
Well-
for my and I flash my brass knuckles.
Oh, he is intrigued with your gauntlets. He's like,
These
"Well,
are-
these are the finest craftsmen. You must have got them here in the city of Newold. This is a
No, actually,
what?
it's a secret place up in the sky. Got these bad boys.
A secret place up in the sky. I've
It's not that
I've heard tales of these places. They must have excellent craftsmen that I must meet and investigate further. He really likes your gauntlets. They're pretty sweet.
So yeah,
Um,
they have really cool. If I put different gems in here, they give me different abilities. I don't do magic. I'm not a magic person, but these gauntlets do it for me. If I put in emeralds, I can punch people and poison them.
Yeah.
That's why I want them.
A poison punch.
Yeah,
It gathers magic. It's like Magic the Gathering.
it's super cool. It draws power from gemstones.
Incredible.
I can read
nerd.
you. I can read you the description if you'd like.
I would love to give you some emeralds. I
We
would love
can't
for
be
you to
sued
purchase
because-
those emeralds.
Yeah.
For
It's,
your
it's
gauntlets.
part of the it's part of the
Uh,
family. Yeah.
What about the rest of you? Are there any items that you possess that
Can
you
I pull
may-
out? Is this the right place to pull out that piece of axe?
You can pull it out.
Okay, you said
Excellent.
axe, right?
Axe.
Okay.
That piece of ass.
Yeah, TBD is gonna turn around.
Well, now that you've left the sacred vicinity of the church, yes,
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
a-
it's.
I'm standing on his desk,
Oh, yeah.
How are you gonna get? how
and
you
I
gonna
say
hold
to
that?
him, "Listen, I'm gonna give you this, and I'm assuming my items shrink with me, right? Is
Yeah.
that what we did?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
In about 45 minutes, you need to make sure you're standing away from it, because it's gonna grow. Okay. Don't want you to get hurt. What's your name, by the way?
So, my name is Mutatio.
Mutatio.
Yes.
Check it out.
Check
He has like these like microscope sort of
Yeah,
goggles, right?
that's
That he
good.
flicks on to examine what it is you're holding up.
I've
He-
got both of these in one hand, my
Uh-huh.
electric guitar, and then I've got that
Yeah.
piece of axe,
The axe blade.
the axe blade.
There you go. Yeah.
And
Just grabbing that piece of axe.
Can you please just say
I
it
said-
one more time?
is there any way you can enhance?
This piece
This
of
is
ass.
these
a
two
Roses and
items.
Guns' song, piece of axe, right?
Piece of axe, yeah.
Enhance the piece of axe.
Is there
Give it
any
a-
way that he can forge these items?
Yeah.
together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give it a little nip and tuck.
Mutatio, he looks at the
Mutatio.
items and he's kind
Can
of
you
like,
convert this to a
uh,
Kim Kardashian status?
he looks
Kardashian
and
status.
he recognizes immediately. He recognizes that this is a moon blade, a moon
Right.
touch blade.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, these are relatively rare to happen upon.
Yes, they are. I pull out my mood touch rapier.
I see that many of you have these unique blades. Usually it is only the clerics and the church soldiers who carry these types of blades. Not, I mean, they're not usually carried around by other persons, although they are on occasion permitted. But he tells you that, unfortunately, the only people that can forge these blades to any sort of hilt or handle are like the sorcerers in ITYS. They kind of wield the magic to do that.
They have to use soul magic.
So unfortunately, Mutatio cannot help you with
Oh.
the blade.
Only a soul can touch a
Yep.
piece of
Alright.
axe.
Holster everything back.
Soul. Yes, and he throws his little microscope goggles. They retract back
So
behind his head.
only those true in the faith can help you with your piece of X.
It's a great piece of axe.
full-handed
I-
piece
Again,
of
Catholic.
axe.
Take out my tarot card as like a bookmark.
Mhm.
What does Mutatio think of that when he sees me just like?
He takes it from you.
Oh, I lost
gently.
my place. Okay, that's fine. I'll find it again. It's not a big deal.
He doesn't even realize.
He
that
doesn't even know how to read.
You just lost your place in the book. He thought you just handed it to him. He pulls it. He examines it for a moment, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Do you know what this item is?"
It's a
Do you know
picture
it
of a
has-
turtle.
Well, of course, but do you know what it has the potential to be?
Bookmark.
Well, of course, that's a very practical application for this device.
Well, thank you.
He explains to you that this tarot card is actually, it has this kind of ancient magic embedded inside that needs to be awakened. And it has the potential to act as sort of a map to other turtles. That this particular card is representative of like an order of turtles.
Order of total.
Order of turtles.
Say it 5 times fast. Order of turtle. Order of turtle. Order of turtle. Order
And
of
like the
turtle.
legend goes that there's supposedly like 4 of these turtles,
like the cards.
the
Mhm.
cards, and
For
the
four
and
orders of
4 orders.
4 orders of turtle.
We're going back to
Orders
like
of
Orc
turtles.
Fortress of Aportus. But yeah,
I'm joining the 4 order of turtle.
they can act as sort of a guide to, like, they can connect you to these other turtles if they do in fact exist. It's kind of a legend, myth that these turtles exist, but
A secret.
They
Yeah.
all live in one big
Ooze.
shell. It's like, they have their own home, but then they have a home together.
I have not heard that part of the myth. It might be true.
It might
Who knows? Legend may say. So he tells you, he can basically transform this into that map that you could use.
Yep.
future. Okay.
Arrows pay the man.
You're no longer upset that he lost your place in the book.
I completely forgot about it.
Okay. So remind me real quick, Eros, give me an idea of how much gold you guys have.
Well, I did pay 10% to the church, and it was 1,039
Okay.
gold pieces.
10,300.
Okay, so let's say this. So Mutatio, he is more of a trader. He is not particularly interested in gold.
Nor does he actually like Lashara. So,
He
It's-
does not like Lashara.
yeah, so it's like he's a true trader.
Trader with a D.
Oh,
with a-
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I get
No
it.
I in there or anything.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Trader.
He's a Trader Joe kind of.
Got it.
trader.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm following.
And
those
so he
delicious
is more
snacks.
interested in trading items or trading things.
So he doesn't want gold.
He doesn't necessarily want gold. He would rather if you guys have rare items, or if you're willing to help him acquire a rare item,
Mm.
then he will help you with some of these. He will offer his services at an extremely like discounted rate, and he'll accept the gold essentially to pay for these.
Hmm.
So
Interesting. What might this man want us to acquire for him, and where, and how,
and where
And why?
and why?
and who?
Oh, wait, no, we already know that.
So
Sorry.
Mutatio explains to you.
Tell us, Mutatio.
Mutatio, he's sort of a traveling alchemist. He doesn't necessarily reside here. He travels far and wide for a lot of his materials and magical items. And here in the city of Newold, in the library, in the archives of the library, there is a book, sort of spell book, sort of like a recipe book for the everyday alchemist sort of thing, right? But cooler than that. Cooler than I just made it sound.
It's not the alchemist for dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the alchemy for
The everyday
experts.
alchemist
Yeah.
for expert.
So there's this book in the library. However, it's a library, but it's also an archive. You can't just check out books from the archive, right? They have to stay there. And so he would like you to try and steal this book from the library so that basically he can have an edge against his competitors, because it's sort of a magical book, right? It's like you can study it there in the library, but there's more text, more secrets, things that can be discovered upon further study in certain places. Different things were revealed. So it's like he can go in and study it, but it's still limited within
Why
the
don't you
library
just get a
walls.
library card, dude? Check it out.
I just explained to you that you cannot check this book
Oh.
out. It's part of the
Guys,
archive.
Did
But-
we did we ever like grab that like Xerox tablet, or did we just leave
I
it
think we
there?
left it
Xerox.
gosh,
up in the office of that.
Yeah, where we
of
made all the
fawn- of
pamphlets.
fawn.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah.
Dang it!
Ah, no. Good idea.
Do they have a Xerox tablet at the
cheese
library?
retcon.
Tablet of
Okay.
Xerox. No, that I'm not familiar with what you're referring to. That must be
Does
another.
anyone have a retcon token
must
that would
be-
help us so much
I
right
do.
I used mine on your stupid thing.
I haven't used mine
You
yet.
now? Broke
Really?
it.
So
Thank
you
you.
could potentially
Idiot bless.
copy the book. You could potentially scan the pages,
I don't.
but it
think would
won't
keep
act
the
the,
magic.
same as like the magic
Oh, all right, so the
tome
magic.
itself.
So the tome needs to come out of the library.
It's got
Exactly.
the magic.
So are you telling me that
in it.
you won't give me these emeralds unless I get this book for you?
Unless you have something of greater value to
Ah,
trade.
I have something called.
What else do you have?
Have you ever heard of a zenzu fruit?
You
Yeah,
s-
you
you
still
Were those
have
on
some
Levitas?
fruit?
Were
We
those
have
on Levitas
two.
Yeah.
exclusively?
They were on
Insinidae.
Insinidae.
Yeah, Insinidae.
I have not. No.
It's-
May
It's,
I
uh,
examine?
yeah, I hand you one.
Is
I
it
have two.
rotten by now?
No.
No.
Nope, they don't.
It's a heavenly fruit.
Yep,
Oh,
It
that's
is
good.
always
Nice.
ripe.
He
Nice.
he kind of looks at it. He smells it. He takes a bite out of it.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
Son of
He's-
a-
He's examining it, and he's
I
like,
think that
incredible,
I think I
incredible
deserve an
fruit."
emerald for
Yes.
that
It
bite.
tastes as if it has fermented quite a bit. I do appreciate, but I do not know that I require. This seems like sort of a healing item, and as you can see in my tent, there are a number of
Mm.
healing potions and items, which you may also. I am happy to include some of these healing items as well as part of our deal.
What
It is.
about
Help me
would
with my
you
rage.
would you be willing to trade for like a healing lesson? Could
A
you
healing
teach me
lesson?
something? Teach me how to make one of these?
My craft has been honed over years, centuries, really.
He's
I
gonna
don't-
break your nose, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
have to heal yourself. Just
Mhm.
FYI.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna break.
Do you want the
Idiots, help
fruit
me.
back? He's gonna give it back to you.
Stupid bastard! Freaking bite out of my fruit. I just eat it.
As you are rummaging through your bag to pull out the fruit, he notices a couple other things in your bag, namely the quills. You have an absurd number of feathers
How?
in your bag.
47.
All from live birds.
Are those magical quills?
Yes.
They sure are.
What
Why?
do they well, I'm wondering if you would like I'm willing to offer more services in exchange for this tome. You didn't mention that you had quills. I'm willing to alter those as well, if they're not already, of course, magical items that you're using.
No, they're not. How would you alter them?
Well, I can create span quills. If you've read Way of Kings, span reads, I think is what they're called, which is basically like two people can communicate. They can write over, like
cool.
vast different distances, and they can write to each other.
It's like
you know.
text messaging.
I would
It's like
be-
text
I
messaging.
would be willing to sacrifice 2 quills, but that's it.
There's 4 of
Excellent.
us.
Is that all I need?
Well, it's going to take me some time to imbue that magic
How long?
into the.
Do we
Two
all
as
want
well.
one?
If we want
That
to
would
be
be
able to text each other,
We would want 5 because of Foul Claw.
He's going to explain that he probably has time for 2 of them, and that's
Only time for 2.
if he throws in the 2 quills, healing potions or healing whatever he has
Devices.
you can kind of each choose a healing item. The tarot card.
Mhm.
There's something else. No.
No, he couldn't do
Emeralds.
that.
All of those
And my emeralds.
and your emeralds for the
Yeah.
tome.
Can I just
that's
have
pretty good.
1 emerald as payment in advance for stealing the book?
I'm afraid not.
All right, fine. I'd be willing to sacrifice 2 quills.
Wonderful. I'll start on them immediately.
Is there another owl in around here anywhere?
There was
There's a
one in
few
the
flying
Excuse me,
around.
sir. Are you
Yeah.
molting?
All of them are flying. They're all flying.
They're very
right now.
possessive of their small oat.
They don't walk. They
cereals.
only are. You see them soaring above the skies.
All right.
All right. It sounds like we have an agreement. All right. The tome you're looking for, we're just going to call it the Alchemist for Experts. So I didn't come up with a better name. But he gives you a description of the book. Yeah, you can kind of like just really old leather bound, right? Like kind of classic looking tome. Incredibly distinct from all the hundreds of other books that'll be in there, I'm sure. But he gives you a description, tells you what it's called, and he tells you that it's in the archives. And so you'll have to get past
deeper
the library
archives.
security in order to access the book. And then when you exit as well, you'll have a challenge of sorts.
Excellent.
Cool. So he takes the quills. He's going to start
Just
Yes.
2.
2, as we agreed.
You have to subtract those out of your inventory.
I did. I have
Okay.
45 now.
Only 45. He's going to take the tarot card
Yeah.
from you,
Uh-huh.
and he'll start working on those, and they should be finished by the time you guys get his tome.
Nice.
If not, he will probably keep the items that he
Oh,
sir,
has
sir.
created.
He would keep your quills.
But
I'll
you
kill
could
him.
you could pay for them. You could technically, but he might.
I have plans.
So this is a pawn shop?
I have plans.
What? No. This is a very
Legitimate
Fine
business.
establishment.
We have come to the only pawn shop in all of New Old.
The transformation shop. The one who changes things.
Okay. So you give him the materials and you make your way toward the library. The library is, again, just immaculate building. Resembles a lot of the architecture of New Old. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it's a large, grand building. When you walk inside, there's sort of a front desk, and there is a kenku
Yeah.
at the front desk
As we walk in.
as you walk into the library. And you can see shelves of books.
Wait, what is a Kenku?
Oh.
It's like
It's like
a
a
crow person.
Crow person, raven
Okay.
type person.
They also have feathers, Bryn.
They're black though.
I'm very okay with that. Excuse me. Hi. How are you?
Shake his hand.
I'm so sorry. I was
Okay, I distorted this image wrong, but you see shelves of books,
Ew.
and they are floating and they are moving around the library.
Sweet.
with my
Cool.
with my true sight.
I forgot to check in. I'm so sorry. Can I borrow a quill?
You just got to sign in.
So the Kenku is immersed in a book himself.
Can I? Am I allowed to?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, go sleight of hand, see if you can snag
Sweet.
one since he doesn't really hear you at first. First try.
Let me check this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Come on, baby. Oh my gosh. I got a 7.
Hmm.
So it doesn't come out when you pull on his quill, but it grabs his attention immediately. And
I am so sorry. I was just trying to get your attention. I
kinda like-
accidentally.
he kind of like crows. What is that? Raven. Yeah. Yeah, like.
Look up here! Look up here! Look up here! You are not molting right now. I'm so sorry.
Stop that!
I just wanted
What
to
are you
ask you a quick question. You didn't hear me. I rang the bell twice. You didn't hear me.
There's no bell on this desk.
You're right. I lied.
Are you supposed to be in here?
I am. I'm here to find a book.
I feel like that
Well, I
was,
figure
that
you're
was
here
a
to find a
religious
book.
experience. You admitting that you lied. I
That's
think she
because
needed to make another
check.
roll.
I gotta check 1 on my conversion.
We'll hold off on the roll right now. Although that is
Thank
impressive,
goodness.
Basil, not lying or
Mm-mm.
admitting that you lied.
So sorry.
So
Your feathers
what are you doing
your
here?
feathers
You're looking
are-
for a book?
Yes, your feathers are beautiful. I just want it. I'm so sorry. It's just the sheen.
Flattery won't work
Oh,
here.
Oh.
Understand? I'm a
I
very I'm a
don't.
very busy librarian. What are you all doing here? You look why are you covered in makeup and
I'm shiny.
why you are incredibly shiny. Who
I'm an angel.
I undo a top button.
the Kenku is just like disgusted with you. You're lying and now you're just like you've stooped to an all-time low in his
Yep.
in his
No
book.
forgiveness.
Right.
Is
No
this the
forgiveness.
point
I'm
we
just
need
really
to get
trying to-
past?
This is the entrance to the library, so you may need to get by the Kenku. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
But but you said that there are guards in front of the
There
archive
is
as
library security.
Okay. I didn't know if this was the
Yes.
security. I would like to open open a library card.
Are you still small?
Yes.
well. Well, how long were we in the shop?
Not very long.
Probably
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I would like to open a library
You
card.
are still small, yes.
I'm on the desk, right in front of him.
Okay,
Are you riding on my shoulders or?
At that point, I jumped off of probably Eros's shoulder because that's where I was last.
Mhm.
I'm on the desk now.
Okay. I don't know how anybody's supposed to react to you guys, and you're small. I'm so confused. But
Library card, please.
the Kenku is like, all right. He ushers over to one of the the assistant libraries, which is sort of like this little green troll character that comes waddling over, and he kind of starts filling out putting out the paperwork and stuff on the desk to fill
Perfect,
out for
perfect.
a library card. My administrative assistant here will help you as you
Fill this
acquire
out.
your
dude.
library card.
Do you guys have
does
any?
this have to be in triplicate?
Yes.
Do you have any extra quills? I need to borrow one.
I'm afraid not.
Memories.
Do you have, I
We,
can
we,
borrow
do
a
not
quill.
have, we do not have any quills here.
Why- But I gotta
especially-
fill out this information.
especially for thieves.
Admitted.
So he gives you a pencil, just a hard wooden
It's a chunk of graphite.
chunk. Yeah.
Idiots help you, sister.
Yep.
Um,
Uh,
I have true sight,
okay.
so I want to look and see how all of this is, how you
Sure.
get from one point to the other with all the bookshelves floating and
Yeah.
trying to also find where the restricted section might be.
Okay.
The archive, and the easiest path to get there.
Cool.
I don't know if they're invisible walkways or whatever.
Yeah. So the way this library works with your true sight, you discern that the sorcery, the magic that's conducting, the shelves to move in this manner, it is largely dependent upon the seeker's intent and desires. It's kind of it's the idea is that it will be more efficient, right? There's no Dewey Decimal System
just
or anything
slides
like
up.
that. But yeah, you should technically be able to walk into the library and internalize what it is you're after.
Mm-hmm.
And the book should flurry around the room, and the book you're seeking for, the information that you're after, should appear before you, according to your desires.
Is there
essentially.
platforms that we need to go to stand there and then get
Yeah,
those
there's
things?
different areas that are designated for standing
Okay.
and stuff. But you're not necessarily levitating or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The archive, it's not restricted. It's public access. But you do see that there is some magical gate or element to the archive that restricts books from leaving that
Got it.
section of the library.
Interesting.
'Kay.
So I step up to a platform.
'Kay.
And I'm trying really, really hard to internalize and channel the fact that I want the archive. But the only thing that really comes out of me is a thirst for knowledge of ITYS. So
This is so true. I'm not even going to make you roll right now because we were going to roll and do this, but this is so accurate. This had to happen. So yeah, you are seeking the truth of ITYS. So
Well, going back into the crate.
Oh my
you
gosh.
get a book.
Oh, I thought it was the owl. The owl.
No. Um. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Mugatu wants you for his new campaign.
Here you go. Okay, so you get a book. You can look that over for a second
Gosh, no, it'll know.
while the rest
Get on
of
your own platform.
Ah,
Damn it.
I want a comic book.
The you do notice there are other like patrons and stuff in the library. Other people are like searching for books as well. The bookcases, everything is just kind of in constant motion. Like the books are never really still in any one spot. And some of the patrons will say like there are these places where you can stand, but there's these areas where some of them appear to be like kind of caught up in the motion of the books. They're floating and these pages and stuff are sort of like flying around them. So anyway, there's all kinds of stuff happening. The Kenku, he gives you the paperwork for a
Nice.
library card. He assumes that you haven't been here before.
Correct.
And so if Eros didn't explain this information to you, he explains how the library works since he seems like you're new to this place. So
Am
Rad.
Can I have a library card?
you may.
Thank you.
She's a liar.
Shut up, Eros.
And you only, it's very
She's
simple.
my sister. Is it a family thing or do I need my own?
You, each patron must have their own library card.
And the forms are in triplicate.
No.
Oh, I was missed.
Why would we do that?
It's a
insane.
baffling
It's
decision.
a library card.
Yeah. I don't know why triplicate would ever be necessary.
They must do things differently in other parts of the world, I suppose.
Up in the sky,
Up in the sky. Okay.
where a Kenku could fly.
So basically, how this works. So you can decide what it is you're looking for. First of all, right? You're going to need to declare
Bankruptcy!
declare bankruptcy. You're going to need to state what it is you're seeking.
'Kay. I
You're
know what I want.
gonna have to choose, and then we're gonna do kind of our similar, our kind of usual mechanic where you choose a skill, and you're gonna roll for that to see it. Like your goal is to clear your mind, clear your heart of all other desires, right? You saw the emeralds out front. Maybe those are competing, right? You have the axe blade. You're wondering, like, whatever. You're
It's a
trying
piece of axe, not an
piece of
axe.
axe.
Yeah.
Piece of axe.
You're trying to find like this stillness and like clarity on what it is that you want. So you'll state what it is you want. You'll choose a skill to use to try and like find that clarity. And if you succeed, then you may, the library may reward you with a book or information, depending on how you roll.
'Kay.
Make sense?
Yep. I finished filling out my library card, and the picture on it is just amazing. A big, beautiful beard with ribbons in it.
They had to zoom in a lot, though, to take the
Yeah,
picture.
I had to zoom in quite a bit. Can I put forth my desire?
Yeah, you are free. The Kenku releases you to go and explore the library. The Kenku does warn you that, especially if you've never been here before, newcomers, it can be challenging, and the library can play tricks,
Oh,
in a sense, on you if you're not careful.
okay. I'm going to use my history
Perfect.
as I desire greatly to know of the voyages of my great grandfather Jacques Bjorn. So I'm going to look for any
Ooh,
books
Very cool.
that are about his voyages.
Okay.
Any journals that he may have kept, anything the library has information wise.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh, come on. You got that Zenzu fruit still?
I do. I do have one left.
Yeah, we'll allow it. Yeah, there's a bite out of it, but we'll allow it.
Couple
It's
bites.
just a rind.
I don't have to
Gross.
steal it from you if you want to use it.
It's all yours.
Come
Got
on,
that
baby.
guy's mouth germs
It's
all over
rotten.
it.
Forget it. All right, it's a 12 total.
A 12. Okay, so not quite a success. So it appears that your desires are still kind of competing
Yeah, with that axe.
with the axe because
Beautiful
you
axe I have.
because you pulled out both of these,
Both of these.
both of these, and the blade, it got you thinking about like the potential music you could create if
Mhm.
those were forged together. So you're
Mhm.
kind of longing for like another spike in your career and performance
Yeah.
sake, right? So the library delivers to you an article. This is just kind of a there's several like weekly scrolls.
Yeah.
You enjoy like the tabloids.
Yeah,
I
the
think, right?
tabloids.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of like gossip, conspiracy sort of things,
The
right?
Coreus Inquirer.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I did make a name, the Coreus. What did I call you? I'll find it in a minute. But yeah, so the library delivers to you something similar to that.
Awesome. Do I read it out loud?
You can give us the title, and then you can study it over for a minute.
Legends never die. A look back at rock and roll immortals. Heck yeah.
Go ahead and look that over.
Killosaurus and the Pantheon of Sound by Velvet Vox for Sonic Scepter Monthly.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so go ahead and read that for a sec.
all
We'll
right.
move on to Nordal. It sounds like is ready.
Yeah. What's most on my mind is this Book of ITYS. So I really desire some sort of commentary, expostulations on the theological implications of some of the doctrines that I've been absorbing.
Okay.
So that's going to be my religion
Praise.
that I use.
'Kay.
18.
Oh my gosh. Okay, great. Let me think about this for a sec.
He's over there laughing, like
This
what,
is
like
so
reading
cool.
the National
Really,
Enquirer.
really enjoying.
What? Bad boy eats boy.
Oh wait, no.
This piece of literature has raised so many questions for me. So,
'Kay.
I feel like I
Do you want me
have
to-
more questions to
Do you
add.
want me to keep it or did you?
Yeah, if you want it. hang on
I
to it.
just can put in my little bit.
All
You
right.
can you can totally share like a summary of what you read with us too if you
Yes, it's the legend of Galgarath and Davina, and how Davina was blessed by Salune. Once Galgarath, is it Galgarath? Is that
Sure.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
He was a giant, unbeaten in battle. He came against the forces of Davina's people, and Davina took a silk from the heavens of Salune and placed one tear of Salune inside of it and threw it, and it hit Galgarath, thus ending his life, falling to the ground. Took a blade from Samurai Jack. Was that what it was? Yeah.
Yes.
Took the blade from Samurai Jack and removed his head, thus ending the threat. She actually made her lands a very pleasant place for a very long time until she hooked up with like a prostitute, I think, somewhere down the line,
something like
and
that.
fell from grace. But
Something like that.
yeah, it was kind of a parenthetical piece right there at the very end.
Tale as old as
Yeah,
time.
yep, tell as old as time.
Tale as
Like,
old as
you
time.
know, she was like on her
Those prostitutes will get ya.
balcony looking at a bath, and I'm like, you know what? That probably was your first mistake. You try not to do that to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
but just
Consent
really,
is key.
yeah,
I think it wasn't the character a musician of
Yes,
sorts that she
yep.
fell for.
yeah,
too,
yeah.
or
It was a
something?
musician. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
A musician prostitute.
Well, I mean, like every musician's a prostitute. They give
I
themselves
heard
away
it was
for
a secret
music.
chord.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, if you look at the way that labor
played it.
is exploited, everybody's a prostitute. They sell themselves to the bourgeoisie.
It's true.
Anyway,
The library, with your pure desires of your spiritual experience, delivers to you not a commentary, but it gives you the Book of ITYS.
No, it'll give it here. No, it'll give it here.
It's fairly common, but it delivers to you kind of the.
so what was it that I took
Source.
from the chapel or from the shrine?
Um,
Was that like the children's
it's-
story
yeah, it's
version? Like
scripture.
the what's the difference
these-
between
so you're essentially with these you're essentially getting like a scripture story.
Yeah.
But because I did not want to write something verse by verse, you're getting the summary. But essentially, the library is giving you like
What
the book of scripture.
Yeah,
What-
you're
okay.
you're getting like the AI search.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You're just So you have like the summary, but it's like the story itself. That's what you're getting with those.
Nodal,
'Kay.
share with me, please.
Wait your turn.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you can look that over for a second. Okay. Bryn, let's have you make an attempt, and then we'll hear from the others maybe what they found.
What's in
Okay.
your heart?
My desire. I definitely need some healing, for sure. But all I can think about is how pissed off I am that I lost 2 quills.
Okay.
So you're gonna get a foraging book?
So you're are you gonna roll to try and overcome the desire? Like you're gonna channel.
I don't know what I need.
So essentially, there's like the main things you're searching for here. You can investigate like the history of the disappearances. You can also study for the exam. You've come across like purple filth and like the veil roots, stuff like that. So you could learn about any of those things. Really, is you're kind of like digging into the history of the church to try and figure out,
Mhm.
study for the exam, and start to educate yourself on maybe what's going on inside the church, and find missing people. Those are your probably primary 2 objectives.
I'm definitely worried about the test, the exam, for sure.
So you're probably looking for like
Or cheat sheet?
scripture or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reluctantly looking for scripture.
Reluctantly.
'Kay.
Mostly because I just want to pass that so I can infiltrate.
So you want a book about how to cheat on the test?
She wants the Scantron
Ooh.
guide.
so I can burn it down with it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I,
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see. Go ahead and roll and see what the library delivers.
What would you like me to use?
You get to choose the skill. So
I get to
whatever you think
choose.
will purify your heart and mind to clarify your desires, that is what your
religion.
Performance, because this is all a joke.
Oh my.
Maybe.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's
Is that
great.
fair?
Yeah.
Sister, you need to believe.
13.
13. Okay, so the library can discern your thoughts and feelings, and it can tell that you're still somewhat
I want my quills back.
enraged about your quills, but it senses your desire to like fight your rage inside of you.
Right.
And so it delivers an article about an upcoming competition.
Oh. What's this? An official announcement from the Council of Collegiate Competition. The Sky Rush Showdown, Youth Bridgement versus the Magus Academy.
Ooh,
Yep.
it's Magus.
Yep.
Magus, sorry.
Magus.
I knew that.
So this is like a very very challenging, very exciting event that occurs annually between the 2 schools, and it's coming up this week. And so you may have failed to find scripture, but the library may have given you something useful.
Heck yeah. The prize is how do you pronounce this? You call that ether glass?
Yeah, sure.
The ether glass chalice.
Oh.
Ether.
I like chalices. I can drink anything I want out of that.
Chalices. Okay.
Did I say that right? That's how you
Drinking
say it,
out of
right?
Chalices.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
just like the bigger the chalice, the
great.
better. The more drink you can put in it.
What does this guy think he is? Drinking out of chalices.
Drinking out of chalices.
So you can continue to search for stuff that will help you study, or things that allude to like the disappearances, the history of that, or you are also here to find the archive and the alchemist book as well. So you probably want to aim your desires toward those 3 things.
Who's up?
That's what it will deliver. I have gotten through this story, and my heart is just getting bigger and bigger. But I do have a very specific question. When
Uh-huh.
they were getting their tattoos, Nordal noticed that I have a tattoo on me that might be special. And so as I was reading about these sacred weapons that people had used in the past, I start to think about that, and I remember him saying it was something about a ghost step, and I'd like to find out if there is any knowledge in the library about that.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Which skill do you want to use to?
I will use my. Oh man. It would have to be either like a history or no, it'd be an arcana check, wouldn't it? I'll use an arcana check.
Yeah.
It's what would match.
Yeah.
Right. Nat 20.
Wow. Okay. The pages in the books just like part, right? And this
Mhm.
book just comes right up to you, stops just before slamming into you.
Oh my gosh, it's just
Right,
Um,
opened right to the page.
it's
Open
just-
right to the page.
it's
Yeah.
like the parable of Motes and the river that he potted. Oh my gosh. Praise be to ITYS. It works.
Is that what you just read? Was that one of those? Was
No,
that
no, Mote. It was Davina and
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
but,
That's
like,
right. That's right.
Is
yeah.
there a Motes? Because McMahon alive.
There is a Zazam.
Zazam.
There
Okay.
is a
Zazam.
Zazam.
Okay. It's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
Zazam and potting of the river.
Or
It's the
Putting
pig-
it back together,
Yeah.
maybe.
or that too. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yes, I
So-
remember it all.
So it gives you a book like all about that, that you can check out, you can read and study.
'Kay.
In your spare time. I know nothing about that and didn't prepare anything about that.
No,
so
it's totally fine because I haven't been able to use this, and now that I know about it and I'm reading about it, I want to be able to use it. I thought it might actually help me in this part of the quest, but
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cool. Can you use it now? Like, if you like, is it something you have to like acquire, like attune to?
I'm
or
already
anything?
attuned to it. I've been attuned to it the entire time. That's why I have no attunement spots open. I'm attuned to two things that I didn't know about.
Okay.
This is one of them.
And what does it do exactly?
The ghost step.
Yep.
If you guys are interested in hearing what it is, right before I go blind.
If
Um,
it could help you right now.
Here we go.
While he looks that up, apparently, I took a feat when we leveled up to level 4, and I actually have the invisibility spell.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
I'm wondering,
Did you get a package from your father with a cloak of invisibility or something?
no, it's a ninja thing. Like I'm
Oh.
internalizing Rex Kwon Do
I see.
every day,
Uh-huh.
trying to improve.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of finally clued into one of the teachings, which is, be present everywhere so that you can go anywhere.
Ooh, well said.
And
Great.
Anyway, I'm rolling a quick perception just to see if I don't have true sight, and he's busy having a theophany, so I can't really talk to him.
Praise ITYS.
So I'm just doing a perception if I can see where the archived place is and kind of the layout a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I only rolled an 8.
Ooh, an
So-
8. Okay. The library, it can tell you're like seeking some higher knowledge, but it also recognizes sort of Nordal's kind of childlike innocence.
Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah.
pronounced stupidity.
Yes.
The library
Spelled INNON.
The books part, they flurry past you, and you are left
Nonsense.
with coloring/picture book.
I am delighted.
Yeah. So
He sits
Uh,
down and pulls out his crayons.
Their
mhm.
quills, their colored quills.
The
and
colored quills.
She's just so envious. I can see it.
Where did you get those?
Colored
It was for my birthday.
perfect.
Mom loves me.
Better than me.
Okay,
She
I can read this real
loathes
quick.
Me.
Sure.
So it's produced by Special Needle. This tattoo shifts and wavers on the scan parts as it appears blurred, like appearing blurry. I attune to it. To attune to this item, you hold a needle to your skin where you want the tattoo to appear, pressing the needle there throughout the attunement process. When the attunement is complete, the needle turns into ink that becomes the tattoo, which appears on the skin. If your attunement to the tattoo ends, the tattoo vanishes and the needle reappears in your space. So it's like you can actually reapply it. The ghost, if you're ghostly form, the tattoo has 3 charges, and it regains all expended charges daily at dawn. As a bonus action, while the tattoo is on your skin, you can expend 1 of that tattoo's charges to become incorporeal until the end of your next turn. For the duration, you gain the following benefits. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage from non-magical attacks. You can't be grappled or restrained. You can move through creatures and solid objects as if they were difficult terrain. If your turn ends inside of a solid object, you take 1d force damage. If the effect ends while you are inside the solid object, you instead are shunted to the nearest unoccupied space and you take 1d. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. I can become incorporeal.
Basically a cloud.
Yeah, you can kind of float around, sneak around.
An ink
I think
cloud?
it's still like, the movement process is still the same, but I can become incorporeal and pass through people and objects.
Right. Okay.
Hideous Willie.
Cool. Okay, that could come in handy.
Yes, it could.
Okay.
I just need one of you to do whatever you do and steal that book so I could get my emeralds. Is that clear? Do we got that?
This is kind of like one of those like cascading events though, where knowledge then opens up new questions, which is this like a trap?
The more you learn, the less you know.
Yeah,
kind of
is the
thing?
library a trap and it's just meant to keep us here?
The crystal skull.
Ooh. Maybe. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but sure. Yeah,
Okay,
that sounds really cool.
What have you done?
You got it, mister.
And we'll pick that up next time.
By golly, you caught me.
Okay.
How did
How
you
are
know?
we? How are we doing on time? Should we pause here and
Yeah,
finish
I think
this
we need to
challenge next
pause.
time?
Yeah.
I really need to
All right.
end and go.
Sounds good. Congratulations on your findings in the library,
This
and
is
we will
cool, though.
continue next week.
Very excited.
All right. Thank you.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Nice job, Jesse.
My gosh.
That was really cool. A lot of fun.
I really want to become converted and convert all of you. I honestly,
Never gonna happen.
I want this to completely change my character's trajectory. If
Character
this
growth.
happens,
That would actually be
I haven't
hilarious.
selected my feat yet, but if I get converted, can I take like a cleric feat that converts me more towards ITYS?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to start looking them up.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, your feet can
This campaign could really ruin a lot of things
You.
for Dave's character.
Oh, I thought you meant for your.
be.
And
Yeah,
me.
you're gonna be
What was
the
that?
only
Oh,
one
yeah.
left.
It's gonna be I'm just gonna be an angry rabbit.
Okay.
A rabbit.
Sorry, I haven't found out a good way